for Meek at first, courtesy runner.
Parker Boley up to bat for the Warriors.
Here comes number 7. In the 8th spot is Parker Boley, sophomore left fielder. 200 for Parker on the season. 0 for 2 with a walk against Fort Madison. 3-zip Warriors. 2 on and 2 out. Meyer, a look back at the runner at second. That's Kirkhardt. He's coming to Boley. Bounced that one in there. Catcher with inadvertent block just because where he was positioned. I'm not sure he did much to try to stop it, but he stopped it. 1-0 to Boley. Kirkhardt with a 2 RBI single, the big hit in the inning. Some errors. That breaking ball lands for strike 1. Hillcrest with 3 errors in the inning. Warriors with a couple of hits and 3 runs. Danny Meyer without a strikeout yet. Looking for one right here. The next pitch. A bouncer. Foul down the third base line. Count to Parker Boley is 1-2. Pretty nice day for a ball game. It's on the humid side, though. But that's everybody wiping their brows in the press box. That's typical for Iowa as we get to this time of year. Here comes a 1-2. Nubbed right in front of the plate. Catcher out. Gloves. Throws down to first. It's scooped nicely. And that's the third out of the inning. Warriors send 8 to the plate. Boley is retired 2-3. So, in that inning, the Warriors get 3 runs on 2 hits. There were 3 errors, and they end up leaving 2 on base. Van Buren County, 27 pitches for Meyer to get Hillcrest through the first inning. So after 1 inning of play, the Warriors lead at 3-0. We'll go to the top of the second. When we come back from a 60-second break, 4, 5, and 6 due up for Hillcrest, Lawson Trock, Kellen Miller, and Beckett Miller. Back with you in 60 right here on the Tumble Radio Group YouTube Sports Channel.
Shopping for a quality used car? Check out the inventory at Smithburg Automotive's lot at 1503 West Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. Need repairs? They've got you covered at the South 23rd Street location. Call 641-472-2454 or visit smithburgs.com. Need quality used parts? Head to Smitty's Auto Recycling on West Grimes in Fairfield. They've got fresh inventory arriving all the time. Selling parts or have a wrecked vehicle? They buy unwanted cars too. Call 472-4200 or stop by to see what's new in the yard.
This is Tim with Slayton Polaris. I'm sure you would agree with me that while we enjoy watching our kids grow up on the farm, we also wish they could stay little for as long as possible. 1 minute they are small enough to play in a tractor tire, and the next thing you know, they are bigger than you. With all of life's changes, you can take comfort in knowing that Slayton Polaris will try their best to keep things the same. We always offer the best machines at the best possible prices and strive to treat everyone the way we would want to be treated. This has always been our policy since we opened our doors. We look forward to meeting you at Slayton Polaris, 8 miles south and west of Pulaski.
We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Atumo Radio Group Sports Network.
All right, we're back with you here at the Atumo Radio broadcast booth. Top of the second, 3-0 Warriors. They score their runs in the bottom of the first on a Reed Kite attempted steal of third. Catcher threw it away into left. That scored Reed Kite 1-0 Warriors, and Kirkhardt a 2 RBI single scored 2 to make it 3-0. Here's the cleanup man, number 2, Lawson Trock, junior catcher, 214 coming into play today for him. Meek is ready, first pitch. Is low and outside. 1-0 to Schrock. Hillcrest with an impressive season last year, losing in the state semifinals at Merchants Park in Carroll to Martinsdale St. Mary's. That pitch bounced. Reed Kite, 2 hops, short, gloves, throws on the run. Kirkhardt makes the catch. Lawson Trock, first out of the inning. 6-3 on the putout. That's if you score along with us at home. Up next for Hillcrest in the 5 spot is number 6, Kellen Miller, an 8th grader right fielder. 4-17 for him coming into play today. Still time for you. Lots of room. Come on out. Support your Warriors if you can't. Glad you're tuned in to listen to me tonight on the Atumo Radio Group YouTube Sports Channel. Kellen Miller in there from the right side. Swing and a miss on the first pitch from Jackson Meek. 0-1. Big shout out to Dave Kirchner. Still under the weather. Hope to see you back at the ballpark pretty soon. Mr. Kirchner.
Something like that. Sounded like that.
Swing and a miss. On the next offering. 0-2. To Kellen Miller. The 0-2. Inside, ball 1. Base is empty, 1 out here. Top of 2. 3-zip Warriors. Meek is ready. Here's a 1-2. Breaking ball. Caught him looking. Kellen Miller goes down looking, a backwards K. Second out of the inning. Second strikeout recorded by Jackson Meek. Strikeouts brought to you by Slayton Polaris, 8 miles south and west of Pulaski, your Polaris Ranger and ATV headquarters. Here's Beckett Miller in the 6th spot, whereas number 10, a freshman, third baseman. 111 for him. He takes strike 1 from Meek. Strike zone fairly big tonight, I would say, compared to some that we've seen. The 0-1 for Meek. Line to left. Going to get down for a base hit for Beckett Miller. He'll stop at first. First hit of the inning. First hit given up by Meek tonight.
Up to bat, Calvin Miller.
And next up for Hillcrest in the 7th spot is number 22, Calvin Miller. Freshman, second baseman, 300 average into play tonight. He's in there from the right side just like Beckett Miller was. So 1 on and 2 out now for Hillcrest as we play. 3-0 Warriors, top of the 2nd. Meek back to the stretch, looking at Simmons. He's got the one he wants. A long pause, and the pitch. That one driven to left. Boley ranging to his left. He's back, and it's over his glove. Oh, runner around second, heading for third. He will stop there. And I think Parker would probably tell you that a play that he probably should have made. I think we're going to issue a hit, though, on that one. I think that's the way Mr. Kirchner would score that one.
K.O. Bailey.
So we'll give Calvin Miller a double to left center, moving Beckett Miller all the way over to third. So second hit of the inning. Second hit given up by Meek. Second and third now, 2 outs for the Warriors. Defense here, top of second. Meek to K.O. Bailey. That one driven to left. Deeper. Boley's got to go back. And, it's over him again, up against the fence. 1 run scores. 2 run score. And a 2 RBI double for K.O. Bailey. So all this with 2 outs, back-to-back hits. And Hillcrest has put 2 on the board here. Score Beckett Miller and Calvin Miller on the play. So here in the top of 2, next batter is the pitcher, Danny Meyer. He takes one high. Ball 1. Meyer no average into play tonight. Bailey's 2 RBI double scores 2 to make it 3-2 Warriors. The next pitch, swing and a miss by Meyer. Count even at 1-1. Meek looking at Simmons. He's set out of the stretch. A glance at the runner at second. That's Bailey. Long pause. And the pitch. Low. 2-1 now to Meyer. Sorry about the technical difficulties. AJ said it sounded like we dropped the first stream. That router acted up on us again. Got the backup stream up and going, so hopefully everybody's joined us there. It's 3-2 Warriors. Meyer held off on a high fastball to make it 3-1. So after a 6-3 put out and a backwards K, the Warriors were looking good here on the top of 2. But a single, a double have scored 2 and a runner at second with 2 out. 3-1 to the batter. And they're going to call a balk on Meek. No pitch, I don't believe. Still 3-1. Send the runner Bailey to third on a balk. Must have had some false footwork there or a unintentional move and stop. Once you come set, your next move, you got to go with wherever you move. Can't deceive the runner there, so they call the base umpire calls a balk on Meek. So that sends Bailey to third. So he's at third with 2 out now. That's the tying run. The count 3-1 still. No pitch to Meyer. Meek ready. A glance at third. Here's a 3-1. Shot the corner. Missed it. So Meyer draws a base on ball. First and third now with 2 outs. Second walk issued by Meek. That'll turn the lineup over to the leadoff man, number 3, Rowan Miller. Senior shortstop, 400 for him. He struck out swinging. He's 0 for 1 in there from the left side. To face the righty Meek, he has 2 outs and 2 on first and third. Watch the runner from first go in here. Middle of the defense back for the Warriors. Kirkhart's holding the runner on at first. Pitch. There goes the runner. Simmons will just hold it. Pitches a ball to Rowan Miller, 1-0. Send Danny Meyer to second on a stolen base. Here's a 1-0 from Meek. Inside. 2-0. So all this trouble after 2 were out. 3 consecutive hits, 2 runs scored, and a walk. I put him first and third. That pitch drilled. It's on the right field line. It is foul. Warriors dodge a bullet there. Just a long strike. 2-1 now the count to Rowan Miller as he put a charge into that one, but wrong side of the line. Luckily for Warrior fans. So the Warriors are looking for an out to get out of this mess. It's 2-1. Here comes Meek. That one line to Millard. Makes a nice catch moving to his left at second to end the inning. Rowan Miller lines out to Kinnick. Millard at second for the third out of the inning. 2-3-4 coming up for Hillcrest when they bat in the top of the third. That's Lincoln, Miller, Ryland, Good, and Lawson Schrock. But in the inning, Hillcrest Academy gets 2 runs on 3 hits. There were no errors by the Warriors, and Hillcrest ends up leaving 2 on base. 19 pitches for Meek to get the Warriors through the second. He's up to a game total of 29. So an inning and a half is complete. Warriors coming to the plate in the bottom of the second. When we return, it's 9-1-2. Keegan Young, Reed Kite, Eli McKinney for Van Buren County, leading at 3-2 after an inning and a half when we come back from a 60-second break. You're tuned into Warrior Baseball right here on the Ottumwa Radio Group, a YouTube sports channel.
When you're rolling through the beautiful hills of Van Buren County, make a stop in Dowd's at Dowd's Quick Stop. Open every day. This month, try our pizza flavor of the month, Buffalo Chicken. Grab a large 1-topping pizza and 8 wings for just $19. Or try the cheeseburger meal deal. Burger, fries, and a 32-ounce drink for only $11. And don't miss the open-air cooler loaded with wraps, salads, pickle wraps, deviled eggs, and dessert. Dowd's Quick Stop. Good food, great people, right in the heart of scenic Van Buren County.
Hi, I'm Cody Crane with Crane Concrete Ready Mix. If you're tired of not mattering to the big corporate companies, then call us. When you work with us, you won't be on a waiting list. We can get you concrete when you need it. We are a family-owned business, offer competitive prices, and are easy to work with. We deliver to Davis, Wapello, Van Buren, and Jefferson counties. Work with a company that will take care of you. Call me, Cody Crane, at 641-919-1350.
We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Pitches for me.
Back with you here from the Ottumwa Radio broadcast booth to start the bottom of the second with the Warriors leading 3-2. It's going to be Keegan Young in the 9th spot, wearing number 1 as senior right fielder. Swing and a miss on the first offering from Danny Meyer. 0-1 to Keegan Young. He's in there at 2:14 to start play tonight. Danny Meyer starting work in his second inning. 27 pitches in the first. Here comes 29 inside. On the second pitch to Young, it's 1-1. Meyer ready. Here he comes. A chopper to short by Young. Couple of hops, glove thrown over. High stretch on the throw, but he manages to keep his foot on the bag. Does Ryland Good over there, and Keegan Young is the first out of the inning, retired 6-3. Top of the order now for Van Buren County. Number 3, Reed Kite. Freshman shortstop. He's 0 for 1 with a run scored on the day, reached on an error. Keegan Young was 0 for 1, I should mention, the walk against Hillcrest Academy. Meyer out of the stretch. First pitch to Reed Kite is high for ball 1. Warriors got 2 outs quickly there in the top of the second, then back-to-back hits. They couldn't find a way out of that inning, finally did after giving up a couple. That one skipped in there on the dirt, just made it past the grass. 2-0 to Reed Kite. Warriors looking to start something with 1 out here, leading at 3-2, bottom of 2. The next pitch underneath his arms for ball 3. We're in the Tumble Radio broadcast booth tonight inside the Norman Kissling press box. Mildred and Eddie Ferguson Sports Complex here. The West Edge of Keosauqua off at J40. Boys High School varsity baseball action. The 3-0. High and in. Reed Kite draws a base on ball from Meyer. Meyer's second walk issued.
Second, Eli McKinney.
Up next for the Warriors. Third batter of the inning. He hits in the 2 spot in the lineup is number 11, Eli McKinney, the senior center fielder. Second plate appearance, no official at bat. He got put out 2-3 with a sacrifice to move a runner. There goes the runner. McKinney swings on that, popped up left side. Is it going to get out of play? No, but it can't be reached by the catcher or the third baseman, so new life for McKinney. Count to him, 0-1. Reed Kite with his lead at first. They'll check him. He's back safely. Warriors lead it on the scoreboard 3-2. Hillcrest leads them in hits 3-2. 3 errors as well. There's a steal. Throw down. And Reed Kite is safe at second with a stolen base. The pitch was a ball to McKinney. 1-1 the count. Here comes Meyer. That one's too far inside. 2-1 now the count to the Warriors center fielder. Reed Kite is lead. Shortstop trying to keep him close. That's outside from Meyer. 3-1. Center fielder Lincoln Miller shaded towards right with McKinney the lefty in there. Here's the 3-1 from Meyer. Line down the first base line, fair past the first baseman. Reed Kite around third. He's going to hustle home. Here comes the throw. Not going to be close. McKinney will stay at first. And Eli McKinney with an RBI single to score the Warriors' 4th run of the night here in the bottom of the second.
Up to bat for the Warriors. Third baseman, Reed Kite.
So McKinney's RBI single scores 1 to make it 4-2. Warriors here. 1 on, 1 out. Kite, a bouncer to short. Charged, gloved. McKinney to second to throw over. And they get Reed Kite at first. 6-3 on the putout. He is the second out of the inning. Move McKinney to second on the play. McKinney, 1 for 1 with an RBI now. He had a sacrifice, and now Reed Kite is 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. Next batter is the cleanup man, number 2, Kinnick Millard. Reached on an error, 0 for 1, scored a run. Meyer coming to him. Too far outside. 1-0. 1-0 to Kinnick Millard. In there today, 167. Inside, he backed him up. 2-0. Reed Kite was in there at 3:12 entering play today. He swung out and grounded out on the first pitch. Millard, 2-0 the count to Kinnick. Runner at second, 2 outs. The pitch, breaking ball, landed for a strike. 2-1. 4-2. Warriors lead by 2. Bottom of the second, 2 outs, 1 on. Count to Millard, 2-1. Warriors cleanup man. Kinnick looking to do damage. An RBI opportunity out there, swing and a miss. Count even at 2-2 now to the Warriors' second baseman. McKinney lead at second, the second baseman right there. Here's a pitch to Millard, bounced it in there low and outside. Full up now to Kinnick, 3-2. Bottom of the order for Hillcrest in that last half an inning, doing the damage for them to get their 2 runs. That one plunked Millard on the back, and he's not too happy about it. Throws his bat towards the Warrior dugout. He'll trot down to first on the hit by pitch on a 3-2 count. So first and second now. McKinney at second, Millard at first. It's the first hit batter
Batting fifth, Caden Simmons.
of the game. In there now is number 17, the senior catcher, Caden Simmons. He'll swing and send that first pitch out to center field. Center fielder drifting to his left a little bit. He's underneath it and makes the catch. Simmons 0 for 2 now after that fly to center. Caden, the third out of the inning. So the Warriors get a run on just one hit. Run on a hit. There were no errors by Hillcrest. Van Buren County ends up leaving 2 of them on base. 20 pitches for Meyer to get Hillcrest through the second. He's up to a game total of 47. So after 2 innings are complete, it's Van Buren County 4, Hillcrest Academy 2. Top of the third coming at you when we come back from a 60-second break. Hillcrest Academy has 2-3-4 due up. Lincoln Miller, Ryland Good, and Lawson Schrock. Back with you in 60 seconds to continue Warrior Baseball. You're listening to it right here on the Atemo Radio Group, a YouTube sports channel.
20 pitches.
This is Van Buren County Superintendent Jeremy Hisson, and this is your Van Buren County Community School District Weekly Report. We want to congratulate the class of 2026. We wish you the best of luck with your future endeavors. Always remember, if you need help, support, or guidance of any kind, please reach out to a member of our team. We'll gladly do what we can to assist you. We want to thank our staff that are retiring or moving on to new adventures for all that they did for our students. We still have a few openings in our district. Please contact us if you're interested. Here in Van Buren County, we have one goal: be a great school for all kids. Warrior Pride, countywide.
Hi, this is Amanda Manning Morris. Farmers and ranchers, we know your work is the backbone of our community. At First Iowa State Bank of Keosauqua, we're proud to offer ag lending solutions tailored to your needs. Whether it's land, equipment, or operational expenses, we've got the tools to help your operation grow. With competitive rates, flexible terms, and local experts who understand agriculture, we're here to support you every step of the way. Partner with a bank that knows the land and stands by its people. First Iowa State Bank, your ag lending partner. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Atemo Radio Group Sports Network.
Back with you here at the Atemo Radio broadcast booth. Inside the Kissling Press Box, the Ferguson Sports Complex, Keosauqua, Iowa tonight. Boys High School Varsity Baseball, a crossover matchup. Out of the North Division, the Hillcrest Academy Ravens in town to take on our very own Van Buren County Warriors. All the innings tonight brought to you by Cranston Family Funeral Home. Inning recaps, the Complexion Company. All right, here's the top of the third for Hillcrest. Number 8, Lincoln Miller, senior center fielder. It's 0 for 1, grounded into a double play. 286 coming into this year. That one, did it hit him or just go behind him? He's staying in the box from Meek. Must have jumped out of the way. So, 1-0 the count to Lincoln Miller. One of the 4 Millers in the lineup, also a Miller and a Meyer. That's keeping me on my toes tonight, folks. Meek's ready. Here comes Jackson. Missed low, ball 2. Meek entering his third inning of work here. 29 pitches starting. He's got 231 game total. The 2-0. Fouled off, right side, up and out of play. 2-1 now to Lincoln Miller. He grounded into that 6-4-3 double play to get the Warriors out of trouble in the first. His first time up. McKinney shaded a step towards left with the righty in there. Here comes Jackson. Nubbed, foul behind the plate. Off the end of the bat, evening the count at 2-2. Got a nice Warrior logo painted on the field behind the mound. Signature Iowa crop fields behind the baseball field. Golf course out there, back over left field, then the Des Moines River. Picturesque setting here at Perkins Field. That's a ball from Meek. 3-2. Full up now to the leadoff man for Hillcrest Academy here in the top of the third, Lincoln Miller. The senior center fielder in there today, 286. Meeks, payoff. Lined right back at Jackson. He missed it, but Millard is there. Over by second base, he'll glove on a bounce. Throw to Kirkhart. And probably a good thing Jackson didn't deflect that as it went right to Kinnick. And Lincoln Miller, the first out of the inning, 4-3 on the putout. Up next in the 3 spot is number 1, Ryland Good, the junior first baseman.
Good up to bat.
I should say Miller was the first out of that double play after he reached on a walk, and then Ryland Good grounded into it, just to clear that up there. They were both part of that double play, but Good, the one hit into it. So Miller 0 for 1 with a walk, Good 0 for 1. Here's a pitch line between the hole. Kite dove for it. That's Reed Kite. Couldn't get it. It goes out into shallow left field. So Ryland Good on the first pitch has himself a 1-out single. First hit of the inning. That is the 4th hit for Hillcrest, given up by Meek. Up next, the cleanup man. Number 2, Lawson Trock, junior catcher. He's 0 for 1. Grounded to short. So 1 on and 1 out now for Hillcrest here. They trail at 4-2, top of the third. Trock in there to face Meek for the second time. Jackson out of the stretch. Here he comes. A little bit high. Close pitch, taken for ball 1 by Lawson Schrock. Good with his lead at first. Meek to the plate. Fouled off behind home plate, a little bit left. Count 1-1 to Schrock. Millard shaded towards second base here. Was Schrock in there from the right side. Reed Kite kind of deep in the hole. Reed Kite a few steps back from third. Warrior infield up the middle. Look to turn 2 again if they can here. They've got 1 double play already tonight. Meek a long pause. Set in the stretch. He'll turn throw to first. Blocked by Kirkhart on a bounce. Saved a base. Meek ready once again. And the pitch. Swing and a miss in the outer half. A throw down to first behind the runner up. He's back safely. The count is 1-2. And now I throw it away from Kirkhart getting back to Meek, but Simmons hustling after it. Meek on the infield as well. Nobody goes anywhere. So it's 1-2 to Schrock. 1 on, 1 out for Hillcrest here. Top of the third. Warriors lead at 4-2. Ryland Good has his lead at first. Kirkhart holding him on. Meek, a long pause, and the pitch. Breaking ball too high. That's a good one to waste. See it go, get him to go fishing for something, and he didn't. 2-2 now. Count even. Warriors would love a bouncer back up the middle. There's a liner to Millard. He knocks it down. The shovel to Reed Kite and on to first. That was a tough one to turn the double play on, but the Warriors get the lead out there. Ryland Good. 4-6 on the putout. Second out of the inning. Put Schrock on a fielder's choice. So they trade spots, but the Warriors get an out. Up next for Hillcrest. In the 5 spot is number 6, Kellen Miller, 8th grader playing right field. 4:17 coming into play today. He's 0 for 1, got caught looking. Home plate umpire stepped off to the side to make a note of something there. Now he's ready to go. So Kellen Miller in there to face Jackson Meek. Meek still out of the stretch. A different runner at first. That one too far inside. On the 13th pitch of the inning from Meek, 1-0. 2 outs now for the Warrior defense here in the top of the third. 1 on for Hillcrest. That's Schrock down there who reached on the fielder's choice. Warriors get the force at second of Good. Meek's ready. Here he comes. Fouled back to the right of us. Up and out of play. The count is 1-1. Meek, glove on his left knee, peering into Simmons on the stretch. A quick glance at first. He's ready. A long pause and the pitch. That one driven to left. Over to the shortstop, going to get down in front of Parker Boley. A single for Kellen Miller, who's 1 for 2 now. First and second with 2 out for Hillcrest. Second hit in the inning. 5th hit given up by Meek.
Up to bat.
Hillcrest leads in the hit category 5-3, trails it on the scoreboard 4-2. Up next in the 6th spot is number 10, Beckett Miller, freshman, third baseman, 111. He started that rally the last inning with a single, scored a run. First and second with 2 out. Warriors and out at first, second, or third, a force here. Looking to get out of this one. Meek ready. That one is in there. Taken for a called strike 1 by Beckett Miller. Here's the part of the order that started the rally for Hillcrest in the second inning. They put 2 runs on the board. Warriors answered with 1. 0-1 from Meek. Low and in. Count even 1-1 to Beckett Miller now. The Ravens' third baseman, just a freshman, against the junior Meek. Jackson ready, here he comes. That one driven down the left field line, hooking, out of play. 1-2 now. Meek and the Warriors, a strike away from getting out of the top of the third with no damage done. Like to see him strand those 2 out there if they can. Meek, a shake off of Simmons on second shake. Now they're on the same page. Hillcrest runners have their lead. The pitch high from Meek. Simmons up out of his crouch to get that one. Count even at 2-2 now. Here's the one where you go get him, Jackson. Don't want to go full. And that pitch swung on. Fly center. McKinney under it. In a few steps, and Eli squeezes the leather. And Beckett Miller is the third out of the inning on a fly out to center. So Hillcrest, nothing across. No runs on a couple of hits. There were no errors by the Warriors, and the Ravens leave 2 on base. 20 pitches for Meek to get the Warriors through the third inning. He's up to a game total of 49. We've played 2.5 with the score. The Warriors 4, the Ravens 2. Van Buren County coming to the plate in the bottom of the third. When we come back, 6, 7, and 8 due up. That's Kirkhart, Meek, and Boley. We'll take a 60-second break and come on back for more Warrior Baseball. You're tuned into it right here on the Atomo Radio Group at YouTube Sports Channel.
Refresh your skin and feel your best with a visit to the complexion company Laser and Aesthetics in Batavia, your premier destination for ultimate head-to-toe care. Boost your energy with premium IV hydration drips, experience the skin-smoothing power of microneedling and medical-grade chemical peels, or try their state-of-the-art M-Sculpt Neo and M-Cella treatments for body sculpting and wellness. They also offer expert permanent makeup, lip blushing, and clear skin acne scar treatments. Book your visit with the complexion company in Batavia today.
Are you thinking about or ready to build that home or shop or deck that you've been dreaming about? Come see us at Dowd's Lumber and Home Center in Dowd's, and we'll transform your dreams into reality. By using our 3D computer-aided design system, you can see and walk through your dream project. After your project is designed, we can generate a detailed material list to see if it fits within your budget. Contact Mike or Josh at Dowd's Lumber and Home Center to get your project started today. 641-936-7115 or check us out at dowdslumber.com.
We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
All right, we are back with you here at the Atomo Radio broadcast booth to start the bottom of the third. Warriors lead at 4-2 from the Ferguson Sports Complex. Boys High School varsity baseball action for you tonight. The Hillcrest Academy Ravens in town, taking on the Van Buren County Warriors. Here's Colton Kirkhart, first pitch from Myers, low and in. 1-0 to Kirkhart. He's 1 for 1 on the night. 2 RBI single.
First baseman.
Into action tonight, 125. That's going to improve for Colton. He'll bat from the right-hand side to face the righty Meyer out of the stretch. Pitch number 2. Breaking ball, high and in. 2-0 to Colton. Leadoff man for the Warriors here, bottom of the third. Center fielder straight away, left and right about where you'd expect to see him as well. That pitch inside. 3-0 to Kirkhart. Meyer beginning work in his third inning, 47 game total pitches to start. Kirkhart draws a 4-pitch walk. Kirkhart now 1 for 1 with a single, 2 RBIs, and a walk. A nice night started for him. That's the third walk issued, I believe. Should double check here. Third walk issued by Meyer. Up next for the Warriors in the 7th spot is number 14, Jackson Meek, the junior pitcher. He's 1 for 1 with a single. Meek, 083 coming into tonight. That's going to improve as well. Jackson grounds that one to third. Dived, stopped. He'll get up and throw to first. And makes a nice play, does the third baseman on Jackson Meek. That's Beckett Miller there. Meek, the first out of the inning. 5-3 on the putout, moves Colton Kirkhart to second with 1 out on the play. And assistant coach Dan Smith asking for a little communication from the umpires. Maybe he thought the first baseman pulled his foot, and they say nope. So Jackson Meek paused at first for a second. Now he's heading back to the dugout. Jackson, the first out of the inning. Up next, 8th spot, number 7, Parker Boley, the sophomore left fielder. First pitch to him is ball 1. He's 0 for 1 on the night. Tapped out to the catcher, thrown to first, retired him. Next pitch inside, ball 2. Boley into play tonight, and even 200. Warriors lead at 4-2 as we play in the bottom of the third. 1 on, 1 out. Runner out there at seconds. Kirkhart the pitch. That one is in there. A high inside heater that caught the zone. Maybe didn't have to be. Home plate umpire says it was. 2-1. That one's too high. 3-1 now to Boley. Kirkhart out there at second with 1 out. Warriors looking to add on to their 2-run lead. Meyer, a look back, second baseman keeping him close. And that one's too high to Parker as well. He draws a base on ball. First and second now with 1 out for the Warriors. That is the 4th walk issued by Meyer. 9th spot up next for the Warriors is number 1, Keegan Young, senior right fielder. He's 0 for 1 on the day, into play today, 2-14 for Keegan. Runner in scoring position is Kirkhart for the Warriors. Boley at first. There is 1 out. Here's a pitch. Bounced back up the middle. Oh, and it ate the shortstop up. He'll recover. Only play is first. He'll throw over and get Keegan Young. Second out of the inning on the 6-3 putout, but you can advance the runners. Kirkhart to third, Boley to second. So 2 on and 2 out now for the Warriors. This time they're both in scoring position for the top of the order. Number 3, Reed Kite. He is the freshman at shortstop. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Reached on an error, drawn a walk, scored 2 of the 4 Warrior runs. So 2 RBI opportunities out there. Warriors looking for a big 2-out hit to score them here. That's what it's going to take. We'll take a pass ball or a wild pitch as well. Breaking ball in the left-handed batter's box from Meyer to Kite, ball 1. So this starts the 3rd time through for Van Buren County. Reed Kite has batted in every inning so far. Here's the 1-0. Oh, a check swing hit off the catcher. They say he held up ball 2. Not sure what that hit off of, if it was Reed or the bat, or maybe just the catcher's glove, I guess. Kind of a funny looking play. 2-0. Warrior runners at second, third have their lead. Here comes Meyer. High. 3-0. They throw it over the pitcher's head. Both runners stay put. 3-0 now to Reed Kite. So Meyer a ball away from walking him loaded. Or the walk, I should say, if he issues one to Reed Kite, would load the bases. Here's the pitch, and he did just that. He walks Reed Kite. He'll go down to first. Kirkhart at third, Boley at second. That's the 5th walk
Eli McKinney
issued by Meyer. 15 pitches in the inning. He's going to face in the 2 spot, number 11, Eli McKinney, senior center fielder for Van Buren County. He's 1 for 1 with a single and an RBI. Also has a sacrifice in there from the left side. McKinney looks at ball 1 from Meyer. No place to put McKinney. Eli would take a walk. Of course, we'll take a pass ball or wild pitch. That'll score a run, but I'd love to see a gapper here and let him go. That one is in there from Meyer to McKinney. Count even, 1-1. Could be a big turning point right here if the Warriors can add to that lead with 2 outs. The pitch. McKinney fouls it off left side, up and out of play. 1-2 now to Eli. Meyer, a strike away from getting out of trouble for him and his Ravens here. Hope you enjoyed the pregame show tonight, brought to you by the Van Buren County Community School District. Here comes a pitch. Oh, McKinney swings, foul, tip. Catcher couldn't hold on. We'll do it again from 1-2. All the innings tonight. Brought to you by Cranston Family Funeral Home. My inning recaps of the Complexion Company. Starting lineups tonight, Dowd's Lumber and Home Center. There's a pitch. Lined to the second baseman and caught, standing flat-footed. McKinney is the third out of the inning on a liner to the second baseman, Calvin Meller. So the Warriors, no runs on no hits, no errors by Hillcrest, but the Warriors end up leaving 20 pitches for Meyer to get the Ravens through the third. He's up to a game total of 67. So after 3 are complete, it remains 4-2 Warriors. Hillcrest Academy coming up in the top of the fourth. When we come back, 7, 8, 9, Meller, Bailey, and Meyer due up for them. Come on back with us after this 60-second break. You're tuned into Warrior Baseball right here on the Atemo Radio Group at YouTube Sports Channel.
Is your back telling you it's time for a new mattress? Darren at Dixon's Mattress Outlet is the man to see. Dixon's Mattress Outlet sells new mattresses of all sizes. They also have a great selection of area rugs, sheets, and pillows. Needing a mattress for the camper or a rollaway bed? Darren has those too. Call Darren today and get the best rest for less. Call Dixon's Mattress Outlet today at 641-664-3060. And don't forget to like them on Facebook.
Hi, I'm Cody Crane with Crane Concrete Ready Mix. If you're tired of not mattering to the big corporate companies, then call us. When you work with us, you won't be on a waiting list. We can get you concrete when you need it. We are a family-owned business, offer competitive prices, and are easy to work with. We deliver to Davis, Wapello, Van Buren, and Jefferson counties. Work with a company that will take care of you. Call me, Cody Crane, at 641-919-1350.
All right, we're back with you here from the Atemo Radio broadcast booth to start the top of the fourth with the Warriors leading the Hillcrest Academy Ravens 4-2. Leadoff man in the top of the fourth is in the 7th spot, number 22, Calvin Meller, freshman, second baseman. 1 for 1 on the day, a double runs scored. 300 coming in today. He swings on that first pitch, pops it up first base side. Kirkhart to give it a look. It's going to get out of play. 0-1 to Meller. Love to see Meek and the Warriors go 1, 2, 3 through the 7, 8, 9 spots here in the order for Hillcrest and face the top of the order leading off the 5th. We'll see what they can do. Meek's working out of the stretch. Here comes the 0-1. Breaking ball. Nope, too far outside. Count even at 1-1 to Meller. That's Meller, M-E-L-L-E-R, not one of the Millers or the Meyer that's on the mound. Just to clarify. Too low from Meek. Ball 2. 2-1 to number 22, Calvin Meller. McKinney a couple of steps shaded to left with the righty in there. The 2-1 from Jackson. Nope, held onto it too long in the left-hander's batter's box for a 3-1 count now. Lights are not on here yet. Sun still up, starting to set. Here's the 3-1. Oh, it must have been a little bit too high. It was close. Called a ball. Leadoff man gets a walk. So he's down to first. That's a third walk issued by Meek. So, 1 on, nobody out for the number 8 spot. Cale Bailey. Where's number 11? A junior left fielder. He has a 2 RBI double. Stranded on the bases in the second. To 364 for Bailey into play tonight. Big, tall, lanky right-handed batter. There goes the runner pitch inside. Simmons throw down's not going to be close. 1-0 to Bailey. Meller steals second. So trouble brewing here for the Warriors to start the top of the fourth. One on in scoring position with nobody out. Jackson Meek going to have to get tough. Here comes the 1-0. Swung on, popped up, first base side. Kirkard over to give it a look. Out of play. The count 1-1 now to Cale Bailey. From the looks of the first time through the order, Hillcrest Academy with some pretty good hitters down towards the bottom of their lineup, probably on purpose. They got a tough lineup. The 1-1. Low. Bounced it in there. 2-1. 6, 7, and 8 hitters went single, double, double against the Warriors the first time through. And they got something going here second time through. 2-1 to the batter, Bailey. Runner in second. Nobody out. Meek to the plate. Fouled back up and over us. Count even. 2-2. New ball from home plate umpire to Simmons. Makes its way out there to Meek. Caden, the mask back on. He's down and ready. Meek shakes him off. Jackson a long look in. Glove on knee. Now he comes set out of the stretch. And the 2-2. Breaking ball, and he caught him looking. Meek gets a big strikeout there of Cale Bailey. Backwards strikeout. First out of the inning. Now 1 on with 1 out. Meek, the third strikeout of the inning. Those are brought to you by Slayton Polaris. In there now is another number 9 spot. Wearing number 21 is the pitcher Danny Meyer Jr. on the mound. Swings on that first pitch. Going to be over Millard out into shallow right field. Runner around third. Going to head for home. The throw going to be up the third base line. And Danny Meyer has himself an RBI single, scoring Calvin Miller from second on the play to make the score 4-3 here in the top of the fourth. So the Meyer RBI single
Rob Miller
scores 1. It's 4-3 now. Warriors, 1 on, 1 out. And here comes head coach Ron Walker. So in this inning, they've scored a run on a hit. 6th hit given up by Jackson Meek, the 3rd run allowed by him as well. We'll see what head coach Ron Walker is going to do here. Meek started this inning with 49 game total pitches. He's got 11. He's up to 60. And it looks like they might be bringing in, well, yep, Meek's going to go out to right. Let's get these changes. Reed Kite maybe going to come in and pitch. I think he is. So Jackson Meek goes out to right field. Keegan Young going to come in and play second. Reed Kite going to go from shortstop to the pitcher, and I think Millard will probably move from second to short, is what I'm guessing. So this Warrior pitching change brought to you by Dowd's Quick Stop of Dowd's for gas and all the convenience and daily food specials. 11 pitches for Meek here in the fourth. He ends his night a game total of 60. Jackson goes 3 1/3, giving up 6 hits, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, 3 runs on 60 game total pitches for Jackson Meek. We can set up the new Warriors pitcher here. It's going to be the freshman, number 3, Reed Kite. He's pitched in 1 game and started it with an 0-1 record without a save, 2 innings pitched, 74 total pitches, 6 official at-bats against him, a .500 average, giving up 3 hits, 6 runs, 5 earned, 7 walks, no hit batters, 2 strikeouts, 17.50 ERA for Reed Kite in just 2 innings pitched. So he's on the mound doing his warm-up tosses, and we'll get him entered into the pitching column in my scorebook here. Number 3 is
on the pitching mound,
Reed Kite.
Looks like Jackson Meek is going to right field.
Keegan Young to second, and Millard from second to short.
Keegan Young to second and Miller short, I do believe.
First man that Reed Kite is going to face is the top of the order, number 3, Roland Miller, senior shortstop. 0 for 2 on the day. 400 coming into action tonight. That pitch from Reed Kite is outside, ball 1. I think I got everything squared away here. 1-0 to Rowan Miller. So Hillcrest has tallied 1 here in the inning already. There is 1 out, 1 on. That pitch swung on and driven to right, in trouble. That is gone. Hard to tell the depth with no fence out there. It's a home run for Rowan Miller. He'll touch them all with a couple of RBIs. And Hillcrest takes a 5-4 lead here in the top of the 4th on the Rowan Miller 2-run homer. 2-run home run makes it 5-4.
Lincoln Miller.
Hillcrest Academy here clears the bases with 1 out now. For the number 2 man in the order, wearing number 8 is Lincoln Miller, the senior center fielder. Kite's first pitch to him is bounced to Millard at short. Kinnick gloves, pats the glove, throws it to Kirkhart, and Lincoln Miller is retired. Second out of the inning on the 6-3 put out by Millard to Kirkhart. Rowan Miller now, he's 1 for 3 on the day with that 2-run homer, a run scored. Lincoln Miller is 0 for 3. Or no, he's 0 for 2 with a walk, excuse me. Up now in the 3 spot is number 1, Rylan Good, junior third baseman. He is 1 for 2, single, put out on the bases. He's also grounded into a double play. Reed Kite looking into Simmons. Reed out of the stretch to the plate. That pitch swung on and lined to right center. McKinney racing to his left. He can't get it. It's into the gap. He's going to hold him to a single, though. So Rylan Good has a 2-out single. Third hit in the inning. Hillcrest has scored 3 runs. So one of those runs goes, and the home run goes to Meek. And one of them to Kite. Kite's given up 2 hits here. 2 outs and 1 on for Lawson Schrock. Breaking ball high. Or maybe a fastball. That one popped the glove pretty hard. 1-0 is the important thing. Lawson Schrock in the cleanup spot. Number 2, junior catcher. He is 0 for 2. A ground out in the field that reached on a fielder's choice. Check him at first. He's back. Schrock into play today, 2-14. 5-4 Hillcrest with a 1-run lead now. Back and forth game. Warriors had a 1-0 lead, then a 3-0. Well, I'll wrap that up in a second. Reed Kite on the mound, out of the stretch. A look at first. Here he comes. Pitch driven. Left field line, foul. 1-1. It was 1-0 and then 3-0 Warriors. Then Hillcrest answered back with a couple, make it 3-2. Warriors made it 4-2. Then Hillcrest 4-3, and now Hillcrest 5-4. Reed Kite ready, the 1-1. Up, held onto it too long. A good stop by Simmons. He'll try to throw behind the runner. He's back safely at first. 2-1 to Schrock. Warriors had the lead the whole way till that home run. Reed Kite's 2-1. Fouled back. Count even now 2-2 to Lawson Schrock. That was the 8th pitch for Reed Kite. Here coming in relief. Top of the 4th of Meek. That pitch swung on. Fly ball. Left center McKinney. Couple steps over. He's under. Eli makes the catch to retire Lawson Schrock, the 3rd out of the inning, on the fly out to McKinney. When Hillcrest bats top of the 5th, it'll be 5, 6, and 7. Kellen Miller, Beckett Miller, and Calvin Meller due up for the Ravens. But they send 7 to the plate. They tally 3 runs on 3 hits. There were no errors by the Warriors, and Hillcrest ends up leaving 1 on base. 9 pitches for Reed Kite to get the Warriors out of trouble in the 4th. So, after 3.5 are complete, it's 5-4 Hillcrest. We will go to the bottom of the 4th when we come back from a 60-second break. Warriors due up 3-4-5 Creekite, Kinnick Millard, Caden Simmons coming up to the plate. You're tuned in to Warrior Baseball right here on the Ottumwa Radio Group YouTube Sports Channel.
Van Buren County Hospital is a proud supporter of Van Buren County Community School District Athletics. The contributions you make to your team, your school, and your community are appreciated and valued by all of us at Van Buren County Hospital. We want to wish you a successful sports season, and we'll be cheering for you every step of the way. Go Warriors! For all of your healthcare needs, Van Buren County Hospital is here for you. Find us online at vbch.org.
This is Van Buren County Superintendent Jeremy Hisson, and this is your Van Buren County Community School District Weekly Report. We want to congratulate the class of 2026. We wish you the best of luck with your future endeavors. Always remember, if you need help, support, or guidance of any kind, please reach out to a member of our team. We will gladly do what we can to assist you. We want to thank our staff that are retiring or moving on to new adventures for all that they did for our students. We still have a few openings in our district. Please contact us if you're interested. Here in Van Buren County, we have one goal: be a great school for all kids. Warrior Pride, countywide.
Alrighty, back with you here at the Ottumwa Radio broadcast booth to start the bottom of the fourth. Warriors trail it now 5-4. Meyer back out on the mound. First pitch is ball one to the Warriors leadoff man in the inning and the order. Or, excuse me, no, this is Creekite, not Reedkite. I'm used to Cree batting leadoff. He bats third tonight, leading off the inning. Count 1-0 to him. Fouled that one off towards the right side, and the Hillcrest Academy dugout for a strike one. Creekite on the night, 0 for 1. He's drawn a walk, scored a run. Into play tonight, 3-12. Meyer beginning work in his fourth inning. He's up to 69 game total pitches. Here he comes. Creekite a bouncer, foul, third base line. 1-2 now. To the Warriors' third baseman tonight, Creekite. Warriors with work to do now. Reedkite becomes the pitcher of record, giving up the lead as of right now on that two-run homer. Meyer, the only pitcher used by Hillcrest. Here comes the 1-2, too far outside on a bender. 2-2. From Meyer to Creekite. He's ready again, the 2-2. Fouled off right side, a lazy foul ball. Catcher out of the box couldn't get to it. Landed about halfway towards the Hillcrest dugout. We'll do it again from 2-2. New life for Creekite. Schrock there just couldn't get there. First baseman didn't really move off of his spot. I think he realized he couldn't get there either, but didn't even budge a step towards it. Here comes the 2-2. Creekite, liner to left, get down for a base hit. There's a start for the Warrior offense. Creekite with a nice single to left. That is the fourth hit given up by Meyer. Hillcrest leads in hits 8-4. They lead on the scoreboard 5-4. Hillcrest with 3 errors. The next first pitch is a bouncer down the third base line. Glove, they're going to go to second. Get the out there. Kinnick Millard was the batter. He'll reach on a fielder's choice. Creekite retired at second. 5-4 on the put out there. First out of the inning.
After bat.
So Millard reaches on the fielder's choice on one pitch. Kinnick on the night. 0 for 2. Reached on an error. Has a fielder's choice. He was also hit by a pitch. So Millard is on the fielder's choice with one out. First pitch to the next batter is high. The throw down is not close. Shortstop on the second base side of second base to make the catch. Give Kinnick a stolen base into scoring position. That's your tying run. The pitch to Simmons was a ball. 1-0 to the fifth place batter for the Warriors, number 17, Caden Simmons, a senior catcher. He's 0 for 2 into play today, 143. That one bounced in there low and outside. Caden tells Kinnick to stay put as Schrock slid over and blocked it nicely. 2-0 now to Simmons. Bottom of the fourth, 1 out, 1 on. That's Millard at second in scoring position. The pitch to Simmons is in there, 2-1. That's the tying run for Van Buren County, trailing at 5-4 here within 1 out in the bottom of the fourth. Lights are on now here at the Ferguson. The 2-1. Nope. Simmons held up. The pitch missed. 3-1 now. Colton Kirkard in the on-deck circle for the Warriors. 79th pitch coming for Meyer. Too high. Simmons looked at ball 4. He'll draw a walk, first and second now for the Warriors. 6th walk issued by Meyer. Here's Kirkhart in the 6th spot, number 10, senior first baseman. He is 1 for 1 with a single, 2 RBIs. He's also drawn a walk. Looking to stay hot. Kirkhart takes a ball high. 1-0. Meyer may be tiring. He's lost some command here. He's up around 80 game total pitches, or right on 80. 81 coming next on the 1-0 to Kirkhart. That one is in there. 1-1 now, count even to Colton. Warrior runners at first and second. Millard and Simmons have their lead. Meyer, the 1-1. Kirkhart swings through it. Might have been a slight foul tip held on to by Schrock. 1-2 now to Kirkhart. Kirkhart looking to protect and dig in. There goes Millard. They don't even look at him. That pitch is a ball. Both Warrior runners go, and they both steal bases. So now they're both in scoring position with 1 out. Millard to third on the stolen base. Simmons to second. There they are, Colton. Last time I asked you to drive him in, you did. Can you do it again? The 2-2. Bounced to first. First baseman over. He'll glove and try to come home. Nope, it's not a force play. You got to tag him. Millard's in there on the infield hit by Kirkhart. He does it again. Give him an infield single and an RBI. And Millard ties the game. Moves Simmons to third. So, second hit of the inning, and the Warriors tie it at 5. Might be getting a pitching change here in the bottom of the 4th. The Kirkhart fielder's choice. Well, no, I gave him a single, sorry. Kirkhart infield single scores Millard to make it a tie ball game, 5-5. That gets Reed Kite off the hook for right now. And we're going to have a pitching change. Let's get a number. Number 10 coming into the game to pitch. That is Beckett Miller from third base. So number 10, Beckett Miller coming into pitch for Hillcrest Academy. 17 pitches for Meyer here in the 4th. He ends with a game total of 84. Let's see. Runners on base are his responsibility. Simmons at third, Kirkhart at first. Pitching change brought to you by Dowd's Quick Stop of Dowd's for gas and all the convenience and daily food specials.
4-5, 1-4.
Okay, thank you. 4-5 and 1-4, he says. So Calvin Meller, second baseman, goes to third. 4-5 and 1. Let's see. Danny Meyer goes to second base, and Beckett Miller from third comes to the mound. That's the changes for Hillcrest. Try to set up the pitcher here for you for Hillcrest. 10. Well, let's see. I can't set him up because this is his first pitching action of the year for Beckett Miller. So, let's see. We have 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. So, Meyer goes 3 1/3. Giving up well, let's see. He gave up 3 hits coming into this inning. He's given up 3 in the inning, so that should be a total of 6 hits given up. Walked 6 also. Given up the 5 runs. Hit a batter. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss to Meek. There goes the runner from first. Runner from third coming home to throw back, and the Warriors going to execute that play beautifully. Runner from first all the way over. So you can issue a bunch of stolen bases there. Kirkhart steals second. He goes to third on a throwing error.
Jackson Meek at the bat. Missed you last time, got you this time.
And Simmons comes around to score 6-5. Van Buren County. Second pitch is bunted by Meek. Here comes the runner. That's going to send him home on a squeeze play. And Meek is, I think, safe over there on a bunt in the third base side. So give Meek an RBI infield single. Score Kirkhart.
Left fielder, Parker Boley.
On the, they threw, it was E6, I think, on the air that allowed him to go to third, and then the Warriors bunt him home. So the Meek bunt infield single scores one to make it 7-5, and that throw a bad one. Next pitch, fall back to the right of us to Boley. Meek steals second. Count is 0-2 to Parker Boley. Meek on the day now. 2 for 3. Couple of singles. RBI. Boley 0 for 1. Drawing a walk. He swings through that one. Catcher tags him to complete the strikeout. So Parker Boley, second out of the inning. Meek stays put at second.
Up to bat, Keegan Young.
Up next in the ninth spot is Keegan Young. He's 0 for 2. Gets plunked by that one in the left leg. That one hurt. So he'll go down to first. And a hit by pitch. First and second now. Second batter hit by
Pitcher, Reed Cut.
second batter hit by Hillcrest Academy pitching tonight. Reed Kite in there now. Takes a called strike one from Beckett Miller. Next pitch plunks Reed Kite by Beckett Miller. So back-to-back hit batters, going to load him up. Send Meek to third. Young to second. Reed Kite to first.
Center fielder, Eli McKinney.
McKinney in there next. Takes a called strike one. 0-1. The next offering, low and in to McKinney. Count even at 1-1. The Warriors have batted around, scored 3 runs here. On 3 hits. And air so far has helped out. Bounced that one in there to Beckett Miller. Runners, good stop by the catcher. Runners have to go back. It's 2-1 to McKinney. McKinney is 1 for 2 on the night. Single and RBI. He also has a sacrifice. 7-5 Warriors. They've answered back. And that one hit him in the right leg. That's going to be an RBI for McKinney. As 1, 2, 3 batters hit in a row by Beckett Miller. 4 batters hit on the night. Warriors lead it now 8-5 in a messy inning for Hillcrest. The Warriors have, batted around. There are 2 outs, but the Warriors have them loaded. And the McKinney bases loaded, hit by pitch, scores a run. scores Kirkhart. So Meek to third, Young to second. Or excuse me, I got a McKinney to first. Score Meek on the play. Move Young to third. Reed Kite to second. I'm one behind. 12 pitches. They have head coach Denny Hirschberger comes out to have a talk with Beckett Miller. In there now for the Warriors. Continuing the bottom of the fourth. Creek Kite, second time around. He led off the inning with a single. He was put out on the bases. He swings on that first pitch. Fouled off right side, up and out of play. Beckett Miller ready again. Creek Kite takes. Called strike 2. The next offering, breaking ball. Kite fouled it off in the batter's box. We'll do it again from 0-2. The 0-2, it plunks him in the left shoulder, an RBI. Wow, I don't think I've ever seen this many batters hit maybe in an inning consecutively. Creek Kite plunked by a pitch. Give him an RBI. Score Keegan Young on the play. So, wow, Creek Kite.
Kenneth Willard up to bat.
Bases loaded, hit by a pitch. Scores 1 to make it 9-5 Warriors. First pitch is a called strike to Kinnick Millard, 0-1. Move Reed Kite to third. Eli McKinney to second. Millard in there, 0-1 to him. He'll swing and pop that one up first base side, foul territory. The first baseman over there to make the catch to end the inning. Millard the third out of the inning. Warriors send 11 men to the plate. Millard is retired on the pop out to the first baseman. So it was 5-4. Now it's 9-5. So the Warriors tally 5 runs there. Let's count the hits in the inning. 1, 2, just 3, I believe. 5 runs on 3 hits. There was an error, throwing error by the shortstop on the play coming to the plate. And Van Buren County going to end up leaving 3 on base. So 5 on 3 with an error and 3 left in a messy inning, 18 pitches. Miller comes in and hits 4 batters, I think, but he gets Hillcrest
Tails in the bottom of 4.
through.
5 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, and 3 left on base.
So we're through 4 innings in a messy game. 9-5. Warriors up. Take a 60-second break and come on back for the top of the 5th. The Temple Radio Group YouTube Sports Channel.
Summer travel season is here. Are you ready? With Pilot Grove Savings Bank's digital banking tools, you can manage your money anytime, anywhere. Check balances, transfer funds, and stay connected. Whether you're at home or on the road, stop into any of our 17 locations or give your nearest branch a call and travel with confidence this summer. Pilot Grove Savings Bank. Banking made easy. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Jeremy with Cranston Family Funeral Home. I want to take a moment and say thank you, not for choosing our funeral home, although we're deeply honored when you do, but for showing up for your neighbors, for supporting small businesses, for standing in line at visitations and hugging people you maybe haven't seen in years. That is what makes our communities feel like home. At Cranston Family Funeral Home, we don't believe in flashy promises. We believe in showing up quietly, respectfully, and doing the work that matters when it matters most. So from our family to yours, thank you. We see you, we are grateful for you, and we'll be here when you need us.
All right, we're back with you on the Tummer Radio broadcast booth. Warriors lead at 9-5 as we go to the top of the 5th. 5, 6, and 7 due up for Hillcrest Academy. Kellen Miller, Beckett Miller, Kelvin Meller. Ball 1 on the first pitch. 2-0. The count to Kellen Miller from Reed Kite back on the mound to start working his second inning. That's high from Kite, 3-0. So it was 5-4 when we started the bottom of the fourth. Warriors get 5 on 3 hits. There was an error. They leave 3 on base. They've left 10. Hillcrest has left 5. Warriors lead it where it counts. 9. That pitch is in there. Three and 1 now. Reed Kite out of the stretch. The pitch. He walked him. High and in. Kellen Miller starts the inning leading off with a walk.
Beckett Miller up.
First walk issued by Reed Kite. Fourth walk issued by Warrior pitching. Ron Walker with a quick jog out to the mound. Talk to Reed Kite. So to close that book on Danny Meyer there, he pitched 3 1/3, gave up 5 hits, 6 walks, 7 runs, hit a batter, 84 game total pitches. Beckett Miller comes in, gives up a hit. The other 2 runs hit 4 batters on 18 pitches. Reed Kite to the plate for a ball in an inning that got really messy and all my scorebook stuff. 1-0 to Beckett Miller. He's 1 for 2. Single scored to run a fly out to center. In the 6th spot, number 10. That one missed as well from Reed Kite. 2-0. Kellen Miller down there at first after he drew a walk. Beckett Miller in there from the right side. 111 coming into play today. Kellen Miller was at 417, the right fielder. Reed Kite will check him at first. He's back safely. Best I can tell, the Warriors got 5 runs on just 3 hits. There was an error. 3 left on base. There were 4 hit batters, I believe, in the inning. Reed Kite in the zone on that one. 2-1. The count to Beckett Miller. Missed inside on that next offering did Reed Kite. 3-1 now. And he hung on to that one too long and left it outside. So, back-to-back walks. Not what the Warriors were looking for. Sends a runner to second and 1 to first. Kellen Miller and Beckett Miller both walk. Second walk issued by Reed Kite. So 2 on, nobody out now. For the number 7 spot, number 22, Kelvin Miller, freshman, playing third. That one gets away from Reed Kite, a wild pitch all the way to the backstop. 1-0 to Miller. Runners move up to second and third on the Reed Kite wild pitch. First one issued tonight by Warrior pitching. So there's 2 on in scoring position now for Hillcrest Academy. As we play top of the 5th, Warriors up by 4, 9-5, but in trouble here. That one inside as well. Reed Kite has lost his command here. 2-0. Count to the batter. Kelvin Miller in there. Right-handed batter. Reed Kite, the righty, coming to him. Nope, can't find it. Throw down to third, not in time. 3-0, the count to the batter. He's in danger of back-to-back-to-back walks here to load him up. After the Warriors came back and scored 5 in the bottom of the 4th to take a 4-run lead after giving up a 2-run homer to trail it by 1. So Reed Kite got to find the zone. Square to bunt, pulls it back, takes a strike. 3-1 to the batter, Miller. And that one's outside for another base on ball. So he's walked him loaded.
Up to bat for the Ravens.
Third walk issued by Reed Kite. And Simmons calls time. The catcher going to go out and have a word with him. Well, I guess the silver lining is there's outs all over to be had right now with the bases loaded and nobody out. If you can get a sharp grounder on the infield, you can come home and go to first. I've said that throughout the year and get a double play that way. Up the middle, Millard and Young would probably look to turn to second to first that way and give up the run for 2 outs. They would trade. A softer one to the corners, they would probably be looking to come home, go home first for a double play. That would be best case scenario. A strikeout would work as well. Then there would be a way out of the inning with a double play. But right now they're loaded with nobody out. In the top of the fifth, Warriors lead it 9-5. The hits, Van Buren County 6, Hillcrest Academy 8. Hillcrest Academy 4 errors, the Warriors with none. Van Buren County here comes head coach Ron Walker to have a chat with Reed Kite, I believe. See what he's going to do here. 15 pitches in the fifth. He had 9 in the fourth. He's up to a game total of 24. I think Ron's going to make a move. He's going to call for, I don't know. Nobody warming up down there. We will see what he's going to do. Looks like he's going to make a pitching change. Parker Boley, possibly. Looks like number 1, Keegan Young, going to go back out to right field. Meek is coming in, so it looks like Reed Kite's day is done. 15 pitches, 24 game total. He ends up going 2/3 of an inning plus. So it looks like Nolan Harriman coming into the game, number 6. Did a pretty good job up at Pekin the other night. Had them off balance for a while with his knuckleball. So close the door on Reed Kite, other than all the runners are. I mean, he can't do that yet. I can give you his totals. Those 3 runners are his responsibility. Pitched 2/3 of an inning plus, gave up 2 hits, walked 3, 1 run. Had a wild pitch on 24 game total pitches. Pitching change brought to you by Dowd's Quick Stop of Dowd's for gas and all the convenience and daily food specials. Harriman, let's take a look on the year. Pitched 4 games without a start, no record or a save. 8 2/3 innings pitched, 155 total pitches, 36 official at-bats against him, a .389 average. Harriman's given up 14 hits, 12 runs, 10 of them earned, 8 walks, 3 hit batters, 6 strikeouts, and 8.08 ERA for Nolan Harriman. So, the first batter he is going to face is going to be Cale Bailey. 1 for 2 with double 2 RBIs, also a caught looking. He'll be in there from the right side, 364 on the year for Bailey. Like I said, the Warriors will be looking for a double play if they can turn it. They'll be looking for an out anywhere. Love to get a strikeout. Harriman will work out of the stretch with the bases loaded, and here he comes. Popped up, left side over us, out of play. Harriman ahead, 0-1. Harriman ready. That pitch grounded to third. Kite have it, step on first, try to go to first, double play. Nicely done. They will give up that run, but that's okay. As the runner from third, Kellen Miller, comes around to score. But Beckett Miller retired first out of the inning, 5 unassisted. Runner from first, Calvin Meller, goes all the way around to third. Cale Bailey, let's see, it's a double play. Make a note of that.
Meyer up to bat for the Ravens.
He's the second out of the inning. 5-3. Well, it was. They gave up they'll take a double play and trade it for a run. They definitely do that. It's 9-6 now. Van Buren County on the double play ground out. No RBI when you ground into a double play. First pitch to the next batter, number 21, Danny Meyer, the junior, started on the mound, went to second base, is ball one. On the night, he is 1 for 1. RBI single, scored a run, also has drawn a walk. No. Harriman across the outer half for a strike on the next pitch to him. So that double play gets the Warriors 2 outs. They give up a run. Scoreboard says 9-5 still. Should say 9-6. Here's the next pitch by Harriman. Too far outside. Ball 2. 2-1 to the batter, Meyer. So Calvin Meller alertly. He took 2 bases on that double play. He was forced from first to second, and then when they Kite touched third and threw to first, he took off and made it to third alertly. There's a bouncer to Reed Kite at short. Throw to first. Oh, and Kirkhart can't scoop it. Oh, the Warriors should have been out of the inning. That's going to be an E6. No RBI. That should have been the third out of the inning. Danny Meyer will reach on the E6. Score Calvin Meller. Second run.
To bat, leadoff, Robin Miller.
On the inning, of no hits, and an error has helped to make it 9-7 Van Buren County now. So a ground out with an E6 scores another for Hillcrest. That pitch is in there for a called strike to Rowan Miller, the top of the order, 0-1. A runner on that first with 2 outs. It should be 9-7, I believe. Rowan Miller on the night, 1 for 3 with a 2-run homer. Be careful here. That pitch is drilled to right. Going to get down in front of Young out there. One hop, he'll throw it back in. So Miller, another hit. He's on at first. That pushes Meyer to second.
Up to bat, Lincoln Miller.
And that is the first hit of the inning. They've scored twice on a hit. Also a Van Buren County error. Brings up the second man in the order, number 8, Lincoln Miller, senior center fielder. He's 0 for 2 on the night, has drawn a walk. Harriman outside for ball 1. So there are 2 on with 2 out now. Hillcrest Academy has scored twice in the top of the 5th to cut the Warriors' 9-5 lead to 9-7. It's not reflected on the scoreboard in left center, but that's the score. That pitch grounded. 3 bounces. Reed Kite will shuffle. Miller covering, and Rowan Miller forced out 6-4. Third out of the inning. Lincoln Miller will reach technically on a fielder's choice. That gets the Warriors out of the inning. When Hillcrest Academy bats top of the 6th, it'll be 3-4-5. Good, Schrock, and Kellen Miller due up. But Hillcrest Academy scores a couple of runs on 1 hit. There was 1 error by the Warriors. They're going to end up leaving 2 on base. So after 4.5, it's 9-7 Hillcrest Academy. 10 pitches for Harriman to come in, get the Warriors out of trouble in the 5th inning. 9-7 after 4.5. Warriors coming to the plate. When we come back, they'll have 5, 6, and 7. Simmons, Kirkhart, and Meek due up. You're tuned into Warrior Baseball right here on the Tumble Radio Group YouTube Sports Channel.
Refresh your skin and feel your best with a visit to the Complexion Company Laser and Aesthetics in Batavia, your premier destination for ultimate head-to-toe care. Boost your energy with premium IV hydration drips, experience the skin-smoothing power of microneedling and medical-grade chemical peels, or try their state-of-the-art M-Sculpt Neo and M-Cella treatments for body sculpting and wellness. They also offer expert permanent makeup, lip blushing, and clear skin acne scar treatments. Book your visit with the Complexion Company in Batavia today.
Are you thinking about or ready to build that home or shop or deck that you've been dreaming about? Come see us at Dowd's Lumber and Home Center in Dowd's, and we will transform your dreams into reality. By using our 3D computer-aided design system, you can see and walk through your dream project. After your project is designed, we can generate a detailed material list to see if it fits within your budget. Contact Mike or Josh at Dowd's Lumber and Home Center to get your project started today. 641-936-7115 or check us out at dowdslumber.com.
Alrighty, we're back with you here in the Tumble Radio broadcast booth. Warriors to the plate with a 9-7 lead. That first pitch to Caden Simmons from Beckett Miller bounced in there for ball 1 to Simmons. 0 for 2 on the night, drawn a walk, scored a run. That one's in there for a called strike, 1-1. Beckett Miller high on a fastball to Simmons, 2-1. Simmons takes another ball, 3-1. And Simmons draws a base on ball to start the Warriors, bottom of the 5th. First walk issued by Beckett Miller. They'll check him at first. He's back.
Colton Kirkard up to bat.
Kirkard in there now for the Warriors in the 6th spot, number 10, senior first baseman. Out of the stretch. Beckett Miller swing and a miss. Throw to second. Head first slide. He's safe. Count to Kirkard is 0-1. Give Simmons a stolen base, a second. Kirkard a little bouncer left side off the mound nicely is Beckett Miller. Gloves and throws over to first. And they get the out of Kirkard. 1-3 on the putout. Nice play off the mound by Beckett Miller. First out of the inning, it moves Caden Simmons to third. In there now for the Warriors. 7th spot is number 14, Jackson Meek. Beckett Miller coming to him. Meek going to lay down a bunt. And Simmons diving for home. The catcher went out and gloved it and came back and tagged Simmons out. So an attempted squeeze play goes awry for the Warriors. Simmons going to be the second out of the inning on a 2 unassisted. And Meek will reach on a fielder's choice. So now 1 on and 2 out. Now the umpires are getting together. They're going to see if maybe it hit Meek in the batter's box. I don't know. To make it a dead ball. That's 6 is Nolan Harriman, yeah. Yeah, he's in the... Boley must have came out of the game and enter Harriman. They put him in that spot in the order, and he's the pitcher right now. So they're going to leave Meek at first.
We got the pitcher, Nolan Harriman, up to bat.
So they try to squeeze Simmons home on a bunt. It doesn't work. The bunt didn't get out far enough by Meek. Catcher Schrock able to go out and pick it up and come back to the plate, dive back and tag Simmons out for the second out of the inning. Meek reaches on a fielder's choice. So now 1 on. Meek at first has his lead. Beckett Miller out of the stretch is going to face Nolan Harriman. Pitch grounded foul, bounced foul, first base side. Nolan Harriman doing the pitching right now. He is a sophomore. Count to him is 0-1. They check Meek at first. He's back safely. So a walk by Simmons to start off the inning. Stole second, went to third on the ground out by Kirkhart. That was the first out of the inning. Then Meek tries to squeeze him home on a bunt. He gets tagged out. They'll check Meek at first again. He dives back. It's 9-7. Warriors up 2. Bottom of the 5th. 2 outs, 1 on. That's Meek at first. The count to the batter, Harriman, is 0-1. Beckett Miller ready to the plate. Swing and a miss. They'll throw behind him again. He's back safe. Meek is. Count to Harriman 0-2 now. Miller ready. Here he comes. Breaking ball. Too low. There goes Meek. Jackson up standing as the throw bounced through everybody, backed up behind second there. So 1-2 to Harriman. Send Meek to second, stolen base. Runner in scoring position with 2 out for Nolan Harriman, 1-2 to him. Second baseman over to try to keep him close. The 1-2, high. 2-2 the count. Keegan Young up next for the Warriors. The 2-2. High and in. It hit him. They're going to say on the arm. Harriman down to first on a hit by pitch. First and second with 2 outs now. That is the 5th hit batter by Beckett Miller.
Keegan Young up the bat.
He had 18 pitches in the 4th, 13 here. 31 game total. Next for the Warriors is Keegan Young, the 9th spot, wearing number 1, the senior. Started in right field, outside on ball 1 to him. Started in right, came into play second, now back out to right with the Warriors pitching changes. Keegan Young on the night, 0 for 2. He was hit by a pitch, scored a run. Warrior runners at first and second have their lead. That's high. Oh, that's in there. Didn't have to be. High and outside looked, but it's called a strike, 1-1. Sun is set now. Lights taking full effect here at the Ferguson. West edge of Keogh, 9-7 Warriors. Swing and a miss by Young, 1-2, and Hillcrest Academy a strike away from getting out of the 5th. Need a big 2-out hit here by Keegan Young. A lot of green grass in right center for him, if he can find it. Breaking ball, low and outside. He held up. Count even at 2-2 now. The pitch. Inside, backed him up. 3-2. Inside. And he walked Keegan Young to load him up. Jackson Meek to third. Nolan Harriman to second. Keegan Young draws a walk. Second walk issued by Beckett Miller. 8th walk issued by Hillcrest to go back to the windup. Face the top of the order, Creed Kite. Inside to Reed Kite, 1-0. Reed Kite on the day. 0 for 1, reached on an air, drawn a couple of walks, been hit by a pitch. Not a lot of official at-bats, high and outside. Beckett Miller overthrew that one. It's 2-0. Nowhere to put him. Warriors have him loaded with 2 out, looking to respond to the 2 runs by Hillcrest in the top of the 5th. Here comes Miller. That one is in there on a fastball. 2-1. Reed Kite into play tonight, 438. Started at short, pitch, now back to short. That one is on the outer half for called strike 2. The at-bat now fully engaged as it's 2-2. Warrior runners will have their lead all over and be running on contact. Miller to Kite. He took a ball high, full. At 3-2 now, an important payoff pitch coming for both teams. Hillcrest Academy trying to fight back. Van Buren County trying to add on to a 2-run lead here in the bottom of the 5th. Here's a pitch. Here's a soft liner to short. Caught by Rowan Miller there to get Hillcrest Academy out of trouble. Reed Kite, the third out of the inning, on the line out to the shortstop when the Warriors bat. In the bottom of the sixth, 2, 3, 4, McKinney, Creekite, Millard due up. So in that inning, let's look back. There were no runs. I don't believe there were any hits either. And no errors by Hillcrest. Warriors leave 3. So after 5 are complete, it's 9-7. 25 pitches for Beckett Miller to get him through the 5th. He's up to a game total, I believe, of 43. Top of the 6th, coming at you after a 30-second break. For Hillcrest Academy, it's 3, 4, 5. Good, Schrock, and Kellen Miller due up. You're tuned into Warrior Baseball. Come on back. It's a good one right here on the Atumwa Radio Group YouTube Sports Channel.
Hi, I'm Cody Crane with Crane Concrete Ready Mix. If you're tired of not mattering to the big corporate companies, then call us. When you work with us, you won't be on a waiting list. We can get you concrete when you need it. We are a family-owned business, offer competitive prices, and are easy to work with. We deliver to Davis, Wapello, Van Buren, and Jefferson counties. Work with a company that will take care of you. Call me, Cody Crane, at 641-919-1350.
This is Van Buren County Superintendent Jeremy Hisson, and this is your Van Buren County Community School District Weekly Report. We want to congratulate the class of 2026. We wish you the best of luck with your future endeavors. Always remember, if you need help, support, or guidance of any kind, please reach out to a member of our team. We will gladly do what we can to assist you. We want to thank our staff that are retiring or moving on to new adventures for all that they did for our students. We still have a few openings in our district. Please contact us if you're interested. Here in Van Buren County, we have one goal: be a great school for all kids. Warrior Pride, countywide.
We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Atumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Warriors pitching change.
Kenneth Miller on the mound.
So Harriman goes
We have Riley
in inning,
for the Ravens.
giving up a hit. And we got to see who those. Let's see. Looks like we'll see how many runs were charged to him. But Millard on the mound right now for the Warriors. Held on to that one too long. And it's ball 1 here in the top of the 6th to Rylan Good. He is 2 for 3 on the day. Millard coming to him, swing and a miss. 1-1. The 1-1 from Millard. Nope. Missed outside. 2-1. The 2-1 from Kinnick. Fly ball right field line out of play. 2-2 now to Rylan Good. We're in the top of the 6th. 9-7 Warriors. Count 2-2 to the leadoff man here. Shot the outside corner, missed it. It's full now. 3-2. Warriors would love to keep that leadoff man off base. Millard the payoff. Yeah, and he left it low. Rylan Good draws a leadoff walk here. 7th walk issued by Warrior pitching. Millard into tonight had pitched in 3 games, started them all. 0-2 record without a save, 9 innings pitched, 182. Total pitches, 40 official at-bats against him, a 150 average. He had given up 6 hits, 6 runs, 3 earned, 9 walks, a hit batter, 14 strikeouts, 2.33 ERA. And Caden Simmons out to have a quick chat with him. So 1 on and nobody out here for the cleanup man, number 2, Lawson Schrock, junior catcher. Millard missed high and outside. First pitch to him, 1-0. Lawson Schrock on the night, he's 0 for 3. A ground out, a fly out, reached on a fielder's choice. 2:14 coming into play for their catcher. Millard to the play. That one driven foul left side out of play. Count even 1-1. Looks like the Warrior defense right now. Cree Kite at third. Reed Kite at short. Keegan Young second. Kirkhart at first. Simmons still behind the plate. Might be Harriman out there in left. McKinney in center. They'll check him at first. He's back safely. I'll try to get some numbers for you here. It's Jackson Meek back out in right field. I believe that is Harriman in left. Millard working out of the stretch. A runner at first, nobody out, and he overthrew that one all the way to the backstop. So a wild pitch allows Good to go to second. The count to the batter, Schrock, is 2-1. Warriors lead at 9-7. The 2-1. Millard throwing hard, just can't find the zone. That's a ball, 3-1. That one's on the outside corner from Millard to make the count full, 3-2. Good out there at second with nobody out for Hillcrest Academy. And Millard low and outside. That should be ball 4, and he walked Schrock. First 2 reach. So first and second, nobody out now. This is the second walk issued by Millard. Here comes head coach Ron Walker to have a quick chat with him. Pitching changes tonight brought to you by Dowd's Quick Stop of Dowd's. The pregame show was a Van Buren County Community School District. Postgame show will be Crane Concrete Ready Mix. Starting lineups tonight were Dowd's Lumber and Home Center. The inning recaps the Complexion Company. Warrior pitcher strikeouts, Slayton Polaris. All the innings, Cranston Family Funeral Home. Game time conditions were the Van Buren County Hospital. Coaches and players interviews in the postgame show, Dixon's Mattress. Player of the game, Pilot Grove Savings Bank. Pitching changes, Dowd's Quick Stop, like I said, Warrior Home Run, Smithburg Automotive. Game recap in the postgame show, Roto-Rooter, and first pitch tonight, First Iowa State Bank. So in there now is Kellen Miller in the 5 spot, wearing number 6, 8th grader, playing right field. Miller's first pitch to him is on the outside corner for strike 1. Kellen Miller tonight, he's 1 for 2 with a single. Also drawn a walk and scored a run. He was in to play tonight for 17. The next pitch, high and in. Count even at 1-1. Millard to the plate, held onto it too long. He's overthrowing those pitches. Got to find his release point quickly. It's 2-1. Warriors in trouble here, leading it by 2. They need an out in this batter somewhere. It's 2-1. Millard out of the stretch. And the pitch. He's missing outside. 3-1 now. The 3-1. Missed. Inside, and he walked Kellen Miller to load the bases. Ryland Good to third. Lawson Schrock to second. And the base on ball to Kellen Miller loads him up. Third walk issued by Millard. So once again, though, routes to be had all over the place. Here's number 6 in the order, number 10, Beckett Miller. Freshman, started at third, now pitching. He's 1 for 2. Millard, wild pitch all the way to the backstop. He'll cover. That throw will not be in time. Everybody moves up 90 feet. Score Ryland Good on the play on the wild pitch. Runner to third, runner to second. 1-0 the count to Beckett Miller. So here in the top of the 6th, Hillcrest Academy closes within 1 at 9-8. Wild pitch scores 1. 1-0 to the batter, Beckett Miller. Millard back-to-back walks to load him up. One has scored. That pitch grounded fair, first base. Kirkhardt will grab it and step on first to get an out of Beckett Miller. First out of the inning, he'll get an RBI. He's retired 3 unassisted. Score Lawson Schrock on the play. Second run of the inning and move Kellen Miller to third, and we're tied at 9.
Calvin Miller up to bat.
That was, let's see, Beckett Miller ground out. Scores 1. That's in there from Millard to Calvin Miller. 0-1 to count. Calvin Miller on the night. He's 1 for 1 with a double. 2 walks, scored 3 runs. Swing and a miss on that one on the 21st pitch of the inning from Millard. And it's quickly 0-2. So Hillcrest has scored a couple without the aid of a hit here. 3 walks to help out. That pitch lined, foul, first base line. Kirkhardt couldn't get there. Not because of lack of effort, just out of his reach. Scoreboard says 9-8. It's 9-9. As we play here in a back and forth game. Warriors lost the lead at 5-4, came back to take the lead 9-5. Now Hillcrest has fought back and tied it at 9. The 0-2. Whoa, that one's over Simmons all the way to the backstop for another wild pitch, scoring the 10th run of the game. So those walks come back to hurt the Warriors. 3rd run of the inning without a hit. Wild pitches and walks killing the Warriors here. To give Hillcrest the lead back, it's 10-9. That pitch swung on, fouled off, right side up and out of play. 1-2 now. We'll do it again to Calvin Miller. I think scoreboard's off a run for them. Here's the next pitch from Miller, follows straight back below us. We'll do it again from 1-2. That's the 25th pitch of the inning for Kinnick. Top of the 6th. Warriors started it with a 9-7 lead. A wild pitch scored 1 to make it 9-8. RBI ground out to make it 9-9. Then another wild pitch to make it 10-9. Hillcrest. Warriors will have work to do. Millard's 1-2. Breaking ball missed high. 2-2 to Calvin Miller. Now number 22 in the 7th spot, freshman. Started at second base, went to third. The 2-2 on the way. Fouled straight back below us. We'll do it again from 2-2. So the Warriors have nobody to blame but themselves. Started this inning with a lead, put 3 on due to base on balls. And then a couple of wild pitches, scored 2 of those walks. The other one scored RBI ground out. So they trail at 10-9 here. Top of 6, the pitch. Low and outside. Full now. 3-2. There is 1 out in the inning on that 3 unassisted RBI ground out of Beckett Miller. And Kinnick overthrew that one to the left-handed batter's box. So he had him down 0-2. Comes back. Calvin Miller does to draw the walk.
Up to bat, Cale Bailey.
So 4th walk of the inning issued by Millard. And in there now is the 8th spot, number 11, Cale Bailey, the junior left fielder. He is, let's see, 1 for 3, the 2 RBI double. Had a caught looking and grounded into a double play. Off the outside corner, there goes the runner. Simmons throw down, caught by Keegan Young behind the bag, not in time. Count to the batter is 1-0. Give Meller a steal of second. The 1-0 from Millard. Now that one's past Simmons. That one, I believe, is a pass ball. I think that one should have been caught. It's going to put Meller to third. I'll say a pass ball on that one. Count to the batters, 2-0. This game has gotten messy late. Had a nice rhythm to it. Now it's come to a clunking halt, especially for the Warriors who trail at 10-9, even though the scoreboard says 9-9. The 2-0 from Millard is on the outer half for strike one. 2-1 to the batter, Bailey. 1 out in the inning. A runner at third. Hillcrest has tallied 3 to take a 10-9 lead. I wish they'd fix it on the scoreboard. That one, nope. They're going to throw behind the runner. A good stop by Cree Kite. He's back safely. It was a ball to the batter. 3-1. I think, yeah, okay. Just double checking with AJ, my cameraman, on-site producer, about the score. Millard left that one way outside and left-handed. He's really hanging on to it too long. The release point has to be changed. Oh, and Simmons throws it by Millard, and that's going to allow a run to come home. Jeez, you guys. That's just too sloppy. Man. So after the walk, the fifth walk issued.
Up to bat, Danny Meyer.
Simmons' throw gets past Millard to score Meller. And I guess I got to give it to the throw. E2. So that's a weird one to score for me. I believe it's 11-9 Hillcrest Academy now. An E2 throw back to the pitcher gets away and allows one to score from third. 34 pitches. I think they're going to take Millard out of the game here in the 6th inning. So he's going to be responsible for 4 runs on 5 walks. And I don't believe that they had a hit. They did not. He goes, Kenick Millard goes a third of an inning. Doesn't give up a hit, but 5 walks. Gives up 4 runs. Wild pitches, a couple of them. Pass ball and an error don't help out. 34 pitches. And Ron Walker going to have some choices to make now. He'll try to get him from the umpire here as he's going to go report him to Hillcrest Academy first. And this game had a pretty nice rhythm up through the bottom of the 4th. I think you could, just to see if they would correct it. I've got it at 11-9. AJ nods his head to me.
We may want to correct the score. It should be 11-9.
And running the PA tonight, Mr. Matt Zittler helping out. Mr. David Kirchner not available, but I've got it at 11-9. AJ nods my head. I think Matt nods in his head. Hillcrest Academy fans agreeing. Whoever has the remote, there they go. So it's a 2-run ball game now. Well, Millard is going to stay on the mound. So I'm going to have to get my pitch counter back to 34. And they'll check him at first. Back safely is Cale Bailey over there. They're going to leave him in. And up next is Danny Meyer, number 21 in the 9th spot. The junior started on the mound and went to second base. On the night, he's 1 for 2. The single scored a run. They got the runner. They throw down to first, Simmons does, but pitch was a strike. 0-1 to Meyer. They throw it on to first, but the runner was going. They had him picked off. Simmons threw to first to Kirkhart, and Bailey goes to second on the stolen base. Not sure why they're not throwing ahead of the runner, but maybe they wanted to throw behind him and he took off, just the timing of the deal. So runner at second with only 1 out. Pitch count to the batters 0-1. Millard out of the stretch. That's high. 1-1. Danny Meyer on the night. Like I said, he's 1 for 2. A single, an RBI, scored a run, reached on an air, drew a walk. In there from the right side to face the righty Miller. Pitch number 37. Swing and a miss. 1-2 now the count to the batter in another messy inning for the Warriors, as Hillcrest has tallied 4 times without the aid of a hit. There was an error. Fouled back. If I'd have had my glove and no fence, I could have caught that one. It's right at me. We'll do it again from 1 and 2. Oh, yeah. Right at me here in the Tumble Radio broadcast booth inside the Kissling press box. 11-9. Hillcrest Academy leads it by 2. We're in the top of the 6th. 1 out. Breaking ball. Let go of that one too early. Lands high and inside. So it's 2-2 now. Millard just can't find the release point. Runner at second has his lead. Here's the pitch. That one is in there. And a good pitch from Kinnick. Caught Danny Meyer looking. Backwards strikeout. Second out of the inning. Runner still out there at second in scoring position. Millard records his first strikeout. 4th strikeout by Warrior pitching tonight. Those are brought to you by Slayton Polaris. They're going to walk. Intentional walk, I believe. So they're going to intentionally walk Rowan Miller. Put him on at first. That is the 6th walk issued by Millard in the inning. First and second with 2 out. Must want to face the number 2 man, Lincoln Miller, wearing number 8, the senior center fielder. He is 0 for 4 on the night. Maybe that's why. Here comes Millard, swing and a miss. So let's see if this move works by Ron Walker. Rowan Miller on the night had that 2-run homer. Also a single. So he was 2 for 4. Now that intentional pass. Breaking ball missed high and in to Lincoln Miller. Count is 1-1. So head coach Ron Walker must have felt better about Kinnick Millard facing Lincoln Miller versus Rowan Miller. First and second, they've got their lead on the outside corner for a strike. So the Warriors a strike away from getting out of this mess. There are 2 outs. They've lost the lead. As Hillcrest Academy's tallied 4. They were down 9-7. Now they lead it 11-9. There goes the runner from second. Swing and a miss. And Millard puts an end to a messy inning for the Warriors with a swinging strikeout of Lincoln Miller. 3rd out of the inning. Hillcrest Academy bats around. When they bat in the 7th, it'll be once again 3-4-5. Good, Schrock, and Kellen Miller due up. So another strikeout for Kinnick. That's his 2nd. 5th of the game for Warrior pitching. He gets through the inning on 44 pitches. That's a lengthy inning for any pitcher. And Hillcrest Academy tallies 4 times without the aid of a hit. There was an error. They end up leaving 2 on base. So after 5.5, it's now Hillcrest Academy 11, the Warriors 9. Van Buren County coming to the plate in the bottom of the 6th. When we come back, 2-3-4, due up, McKinney, Creekite, and Millard. Let's take a 60-second break and let me catch my breath. You're tuned into Warrior Baseball right here on the Entumble Radio Group, a YouTube sports channel.
This is Tim with Slayton Polaris. I'm sure you would agree with me that while we enjoy watching our kids grow up on the farm, we also wish they could stay little for as long as possible. 1 minute they are small enough to play in a tractor tire, and the next thing you know, they are bigger than you. With all of life's changes, you can take comfort in knowing that Slayton Polaris will try their best to keep things the same. We always offer the best machines at the best possible prices and strive to treat everyone the way we would want to be treated. This has always been our policy since we opened our doors. We look forward to meeting you at Slayton Polaris, 8 miles south and west of Pulaski.
When you're rolling through the beautiful hills of Van Buren County, make a stop in Dowd's at Dowd's Quick Stop. Open every day. This month, try our pizza flavor of the month, Buffalo Chicken. Grab a large one-topping pizza and 8 wings for just $19. Or try the cheeseburger meal deal. Burger, fries, and a 32-ounce drink for only $11. And don't miss the open-air cooler loaded with wraps, salads, pickle wraps, deviled eggs, and dessert. Dowd's Quick Stop. Good food, great people, right in the heart of scenic Van Buren County.
We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Back with you from the Atomo Radio broadcast booth, 1-0 to the Warrior batter, Eli McKinney.
Yep.
Beckett Miller back on the mound to start work in his third inning. The pitch in there. 1-1 now to McKinney, who on the night is 1 for 2 with a single and an RBI. Still has a sacrifice and a hit by pitch. McKinney lines one to right center and through for a base hit. Good start for the Warrior offense. Leadoff single for McKinney. It's the 7th hit of the night for the Warriors. Hillcrest Academy leads on the scoreboard 11-9. They've got 9 hits. Warriors with 7. Van Buren County with 2 errors. Hillcrest with 4. The pitch is high and outside. McKinney is thrown out at second by Schrock. To the shortstop, Rowan Miller. That hurts. A caught stealing. First out of the inning after singling. That play goes 2-6, and the leadoff man is erased. That's a big out right there. Creekite sends a soft liner. First baseman going to field it on a bounce. Nobody covering. He'll throw it to the pitcher. Creekite beats it. Over there too late. That's going to be an infield hit for Creekite. That makes the throw out of McKinney even bigger now, as it would have been first and second. So back-to-back hits, but McKinney, the the leadoff man, got on first, erased on a caught stealing. So another hit. Third hit given up by Beckett Miller, 8th for the Warriors tonight. They'll check him at first. So Creekite now on the night is 2 for 3. Couple of singles. Also drew a walk, scored a run. Hit by a pitch. Count to the batter now. There's 1-0. That's right, they checked him at first. 1-0 to Kinnick Millard in there in the cleanup spot. That one's low, wild pitch all the way through. 2-0 to the batter. Have Creekite take second on that wild pitch. First one issued by Beckett Miller. Kinnick Millard on the night. He is 0 for 3. Reached on an error and a fielder's choice, scored 2 runs. That pitch is a ball inside to him. 3-0. So Creekite down there, or out there at second in scoring position. 3-0 to Millard. Warriors need a couple of runners. Here's the pitch, squares the bunt, pulls it back, and that's through the zone. 3-1 now. The at bat re-engaged by Beckett Miller, the pitcher. He's starting work in his third inning here. Millard sends a fly ball down the right field line. Foul. Right fielder will not get there. And now the count to Kinnick is 3-2. Bottom of the 6th. 1 out and 1 on for Van Buren County, who trails it 11-9. Miller ready, and the payoff. Walked him outside. So Kinnick Miller draws a 1-out walk to put him at first and second. Third walk issued by Beckett Miller. 9th walk issued by Hillcrest Academy pitching. First and second, 1 out for the Warriors. For number 17 in the 5 spot, Caden Simmons, the senior catcher. First pitch to him is a called strike, 0-1. Millard on the night, Simmons on the night is 0 for 2. He's drawn a couple of walks, scored a run. Caden in there from the right side, 143 on the season. Warrior runners at first and second have their lead. That one's low and in. Evening the count at 1-1. 13th pitch of the inning for Beckett Miller. He's up to a game total of 56 now. He's hit 5 batters in relief of Danny Meyer in that messy inning. He'll spin and not throw to second, but move Creek Kite back. 1-1 the count to Simmons. And the pitch. Low and in. Two and 1. Count now. Warriors need both those runners on base to score to tie this one up. They're down 2. The pitch. Again, low and in, says home plate umpire. So it's 3-1 now. To the batter, Simmons for Van Buren County. Warriors would like to load him up, I could imagine, as well. Beckett Miller ready, the 3-1 high, right over Simmons' head. He ducked out of the way, and Simmons draws a base on ball to load him up. Creek Kite to third. Kinnick Miller to second. Simmons to first. Another walk issued by Beckett Miller, his 4th. 10th walk of the night. Issued by Hillcrest Academy pitching. Here's in the 6th spot, number 10, Colton Kirkhart, the senior first baseman, a swing and a miss on the first pitch to him, 0-1. Kirkhart has a couple of hits tonight. He is 2 for 3 with those 2 singles. He's got 3 RBIs, a run scored, also drawn a walk. That one too far outside, he looked at a ball. 1-1 to Kirkhart. This game certainly testing my scorekeeping abilities. No doubt about it. Miller to Kirkhart. High and in. Ball 2. So, 2-1 to the Warrior senior first baseman. Bases are loaded for Van Buren County, trailing at 11-9 here, bottom of 6. Into the windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Count even now at 2-2. Head coach Ron Walker not electing to have Kirkhart bunt and try that squeeze play again. Like to see him drive in some runs. The pitch inside. And it's full now. 3-2. So once again, an important payoff pitch coming. Just one out. Runner's got to be careful here. The 3-2. Oh, Kirkhart thought it was inside. And the umpire says it was, but on the inside part of the plate. Kirkhart is caught looking for the second out of the inning. That is the first strikeout recorded by Hillcrest Academy pitching tonight, I think. First pitch to Jackson Meek is ball 1. That one missed. That one looked pretty good. Called the ball. 2-0 to Meek, who has a couple of hits and an RBI on the night and scored a run. 2 for 4, I believe. The pitch. Inside, brushed him back. So it's 3. And, red light here. Make him throw a strike. Bases loaded, a walk's run. I hope Ron Walker portrayed that message to Meek. The pitch, yep, it is a ball inside. High and in, so Jackson Meek gets a walk with an RBI. Down to first he goes. You can move everybody up 90 feet. Score. Creek Kite on the plate and make it 11-10 here in the bottom of the 6th. Hillcrest going to have a chat on the mound. So the bases loaded. Walk. Nolan scores 1 to make it 11-10. Hillcrest Academy with the lead. Miller's charged for his 3rd run. 26 pitches here in a lengthy bottom of the 6th. He started this inning with 43 game total pitches. It's up to 69. They're going to leave him in. Just a chat from head coach Danny Hirschberger to calm him down. Looks like we might be getting the head coach Ron Walker coming to the home plate umpire here, and we'll see who's going to bat for the Warriors. Due up is, well, Harriman. I don't know if Parker Boley going to re-enter here. You get to re-enter once. 7 on the re-entry is correct. Boley going to re-enter and bat. It's his Boley's spot. On the night, he was 0 for 2 with a walk. Then Harriman batted, hit by a pitch, and now Boley back in this spot for his 4th plate appearance of the night. And an important one with 2 outs, and the Warriors trailing by 1 here in the bottom of the 6th. In there from the right side is Boley at 200 on the year. First pitch to him, past the catcher. Here comes the runner. He flips it. It's back into the infield, and Kinnick Millard scores the game-tying run on a wild pitch to Parker Boley. 1-0 the count to him. Everybody else goes to second and third. Score Millard on the play. So they've scored a couple here. And it's 11-11, back to a tie. So the base is loaded. Wild pitch, scores 1. That's a strike to the batter Parker Boley, 1-1. Crazy game, we're tied at 11. In the bottom of the 6th, 2 out and 2 on the pitch. Nope, missed. 2-1 to Parker Boley now. A couple of RBI opportunities out there for him. Big runs for the Warriors. We're back to square at 11. Swing and a miss. 2-2. I don't think either coach wants to see this game go extra innings because we both got busy weeks, and you don't want to have to waste a bunch of arms going extras. That's inside. Brushed him back. It's full now. 3-2 to Boley. First base is open. Beckett Miller ready in the pitch. Swung through and hung on to. So Boley strikes out swinging. He's the 3rd out of the inning. But the Warriors scored 2 on, looks like 2 hits. There were no errors. And they're going to end up leaving 2 on base. They've stranded 15 now. 32 pitches for Beckett Miller to get Hillcrest Academy through the 6th. Pitchers are having some long innings here now. He's up to a game total of 75. So we're going to the top of the 7th, all square at 11. Hillcrest Academy coming to the plate when we come back from a 60-second break. That's going to let me get a drink. They will have 3, 4, 5 due up. Good, Lawson Trock, and Kellen Miller when we return. You're tuned in to an exciting Warrior baseball game right here on the Tumble Radio Group YouTube Sports Channel.
Refresh your skin and feel your best with a visit to the complexion company Laser and Aesthetics in Batavia, your premier destination for ultimate head-to-toe care. Boost your energy with premium IV hydration drips, experience the skin-smoothing power of microneedling and medical-grade chemical peels, or try their state-of-the-art M-Sculpt Neo and M-Cella treatments for body sculpting and wellness. They also offer expert permanent makeup, lip blushing, and clear skin acne scar treatments. Book your visit with the complexion company in Batavia today.
Hi, this is Amanda Manning Morris. Farmers and ranchers, we know your work is the backbone of our community. At First Iowa State Bank of Keosauqua, we're proud to offer ag lending solutions tailored to your needs. Whether it's land, equipment, or operational expenses, we've got the tools to help your operation grow. With competitive rates, flexible terms, and local experts who understand agriculture, we're here to support you every step of the way. Partner with a bank that knows the land and stands by its people. First Iowa State Bank, your ag lending partner. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Atumo Radio Group Sports Network.
Back with you from the Atumo Radio broadcast booth. New pitcher for the Warriors. 5th one of the night. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Is Eli McKinney. Pitched in 2 games without a starter, a record or a save, 4 innings pitched, 96 total pitches, 10 official at-bats against them, a 100 average. Giving up a hit, 2 runs, both of them earned. The first pitch to the batter, fouled off right, or fly ball right side, I should say, foul territory. It's actually fair and overrun by the Warriors right fielder there. And it's going to be a double. The first pitch for Rylan. Good.
Up to bat, Lawson Schrock.
So the first hit there given up by McKinney. 10th hit of the night for Hillcrest to complete the line on McKinney. 2 runs, both earned, 5 walks, 3 hit batters, a strikeout, 3.50 ERA. McKinney, the lefty, will work out of the stretch now with Good out there at second base. We're tied at 11. They've got a runner in scoring position after just 1 pitch. Nobody out, of course. High from McKinney to Schrock. 1-0. Rylan Good now has 3 hits on the night. 3 for 4. Also drawn a walk. That pitch a swing and a miss by Lawson Schrock. 1-1. Lawson Schrock on the night. He is 0 for 3. Reached on a fielder's choice. Also a walk, scored a run. McKinney coming to him. In there for called strike 2. So, see if I can tell you who was back out there in right field. Boley out there in right now. The pitch by McKinney, high and outside. 2-2. Boley is in right. I think it's Young in center. Keegan Young. Here's the pitch. Bounced it in there low and in. Good stop by Simmons. Full now at 3-2. Try to see who's playing left for you. I think that's Jackson Meek out there. Creek Kite at third, Reed Kite at short. Here's the pitch. We got him to go fishing. Swing and a miss on an outside corner pitch. Got him for the first out of the inning. That's a big one. Lawson Schrock down on strikes.
Kellen Miller up to bat.
First strikeout for McKinney. 6th strikeout by Warrior pitching tonight, brought to you by Slayton Polaris. Up next is Kellen Miller in the 5 spot, number 6. 8th grade right fielder inside from McKinney. Ball 1 to Kellen Miller, 1-0. Kellen Miller on the night. 1 for 2, the single. Also walked twice, scored 2 runs on those walks. Runner at second now with 1 out. Here's the pitch. Popped up, right side. I think it's going to get up and out of play over by the Hillcrest fans in dugout. 1-1 the count now. Millard returns to second base. Kirkhart stays at first. Simmons behind the plate. McKinney on the mound. Head coach Ron Walker with a big shuffle around tonight. That pitch nubbed foul right side off the end of the bat. Back to the backstop. And that'll make the count 1-2. McKinney would love another strikeout here. And then work on the next batter. Maybe get out of this. Keep that runner stranded out there. The Warriors have stranded 15. Hillcrest has stranded 9. Check him at second. He's back. Love to get back to the dugout with the score the way it is right now and try to walk it off. This ball game is approaching, 2 hours and 45 minutes. High. Might be 3 hours by the time we're done here. Count 2-2. High and outside, 3-2 now. McKinney's payoff. Grounded to short. Reed Kite, gloves, throws to first. Kirkhart scoops. They retire the out at first. Kellen Miller, second out of the inning. 6-3 on the putout, but the lead run to third, but now with 2 outs for number 10, Beckett Miller. The freshman started at third, now has been pitching since he came in relief of Danny Meyer in the 4th inning. McKinney, 13 pitches so far. His 14th will be the first to number 10, Beckett Miller, who is 1 for 3 on the night. Ball 1 to Miller. That's Beckett Miller. He's 1 for 3 on the night with a single, a run scored. Here comes the 1-0 from McKinney. Lined, left field line, foul. Count even at 1-1. McKinney missed off the outside corner on that one. 2-1. He's ready again. Here it comes. That one line to left. And caught. Jackson Meek out there, I believe, to end the inning, and they strand that runner. They're going to have a chance to walk it off. Beckett Miller, the third out of the inning on the fly ball to the left fielder. If we need to play extras, it'll be 7, 8, 9 for Hillcrest. Calvin Meller, Cale Bailey, and Danny Meyer. So, no runs on a hit. There were no errors. Hillcrest Academy ends up leaving that one important run out there on 17 pitches for McKinney. To get the Warriors through the seventh, they're going to have a chance to walk it off. 6.5 are complete. We're tied at 11 for the Warriors. It's 9-1-2. Coming up, Young, Reed Kite, Eli McKinney. They need one to win it. Come on back with us. An exciting one. You're tuned in to Warrior Baseball. Bottom of the seventh coming your way after a 60-second break right here on the Utumwa Radio Group at YouTube Sports Channel.
This is Van Buren County Superintendent Jeremy Hisson, and this is your Van Buren County Community School District Weekly Report. We want to congratulate the class of 2026. We wish you the best of luck with your future endeavors. Always remember, if you need help, support, or guidance of any kind, please reach out to a member of our team. We will gladly do what we can to assist you. We want to thank our staff that are retiring or moving on to new adventures for all that they did for our students. We still have a few openings in our district. Please contact us if you're interested. Here in Van Buren County, we have one goal: be a great school for all kids. Warrior Pride, countywide.
Are you thinking about or ready to build that home or shop or deck that you've been dreaming about? Come see us at Dowd's Lumber and Home Center in Dowd's, and we will transform your dreams into reality. By using our 3D computer-aided design system, you can see and walk through your dream project. After your project is designed, we can generate a detailed material list to see if it fits within your budget. Contact Mike or Josh at Dowd's Lumber and Home Center to get your project started today. 641-936-7115 or check us out at dowdslumber.com.
We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Utumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
All right, back with you, the Utumwa Radio broadcast booth. We got a pitching change for Hillcrest Academy to face the number 9 batter. I think Keegan Young in the Warriors order. It's going to be number 22, Calvin Meller. So, Beckett Miller goes back to third base, and
Calvin Meller into pitch.
Calvin Meller
For the Ravens.
into pitch.
For the Warriors, Keegan Young.
Set him up here. Number 22, Calvin Meller, pitched in a game. No start, no record, no save. 5 innings pitched, I believe. And need a light to talk or look at his stats. 5 innings pitched, 88 total pitches, 18 official at-bats against him, a 111 average, giving up 2 hits, a run earned, 4 walks, a hit batter, 6 strikeouts, 1.40 ERA. In the first pitch is lined into right center. That's a good start for the Warriors by Keegan Young. There's the winning run right there on a single to right center by Keegan Young, who is 1 for 3 on the night, also hit by a pitch, has drawn a walk, scored a run. So they greet Meller with a hit immediately. 9th hit of the night for the Warriors. And the pitch. Reed Kite tried to bunt it, but it foul left side back into the fence. So it's 0-1 to Reed Kite. Warriors leadoff man, batting second in the inning, number 3, freshman. He's been at short, been on the mound. Let's see what he's done tonight. He's 0 for 2. Walked a couple of times, been hit by a pitch. 6th time up, not all official at-bats. 0-1 to him. Young at first, stays put. Off the outside corner, they throw behind the runner back safely is Young. The count is 1-1. So Ron Walker 2 pitches ago wanted Reed Kite to try to put him in scoring position with a bunt. Third baseman down on the grass. Young is being held on by Good over there. Middle infield in a little bit. Outfield, batter asks for time, Reed Kite. Outfield about. Straight away, medium. Center fielder 2 steps towards left with Reed Kite being a right-handed batter. So he squares the bunt, pulls it back. It's a ball. Young hustles back to first. Count 2-1 now. I think the scoring summary in this one will take me about 15 minutes to go through. When we get to the post-game show, we're tied at 11. They'll check him at first. He's back safely. Head first slide. It's 2-1, the count to Reed Kite. Nobody out and 1 on. Warriors a chance to walk it off if they can push a run across. Much needed win would be. And the pitch. Squares the bunt, and it bunts it foul. Third base line. So, now it's 2-2, and the bunt probably out of play. This is Calvin Meller, number 22, the righty, on the mound for Hillcrest. Reed Kite trotting back, getting his bat back. It's a bright pink one. He's back in there. Right-handed batter's box. Calvin Meller to the plate. Fouled off right side. Out of play. We'll do it again from 2-2. Scoreboard says 11-11. That is correct. It's bottom of the 7th. 2-2. They'll check him at first. Young back safely. Two hours and 45 minutes, almost exactly right now, the time of the game. It's been a long affair. No doubt about it. And the 2-2 is high. They'll throw behind the runner again. Back safely. Wow. They're not afraid to throw it down there, that's for sure. It's 3-2. I'm just waiting for him to throw one away and give him a 2-base error. That would be huge if they throw one away down the right field line. But the catcher not afraid to throw it down there and keep Young close. Meller inside on a payoff. Reed Kite draws a base on ball to push the winning run to scoring position. That is the first walk issued by Meller. 11th walk of the night, as best as I can tell, issued by Hillcrest Academy. I got a lot of marks in my scoring book. Don't quote me on that one. Yeah, we'd walk them off if we can push a run across here. Yeah, right. Meller would get the loss and McKinney would get the win if the Warriors walk it off here. That's the pitching record right now. So, in there next, number 11 in the 2 spot in the order is Eli McKinney, the senior center fielder on the night. He's got a couple of hits, 2 singles, an RBI. He is 2 for 4, been hit by a pitch as well. McKinney in tonight, 214, swings and fouls that one back into the fence, 0-1. That was the 9th pitch of the inning for Meller. If I get through this one, keeping all my Millers and Mellers and Myers straight, might get an award. Here's the 0-1. That's high and outside, and McKinney looked at ball 1. AJ, this might be our longest stream. We'll see. The 1-1 from Meller to McKinney outside. 2-1. So, with a walk, the screws would really tighten on Hillcrest Academy. They'd probably bring the infield in for sure. Meller the 2-1. McKinney is swinging a miss. Trying to end it with a hit. Swung through it. It's 2-2 now. At least the flies have seemed to recede a little bit. That's a good thing. They were bad early. Here comes a 2-2. McKinney, a drive deep down the right field line, hooking. He's a lefty, foul and out of play. Got a good piece of that one. Put a charge into it. Just that might have had home run distance, but it was plenty foul. Yeah, it was plenty foul though. But he drilled it. We'll do it again from 2-2. Man, that would have been exciting, but it was foul by plenty. He got it. He got good wood on that one. It's aluminum bat, but you know what I mean. Here's a 2-2. Fouled off left side, up and out of play. McKinney hanging tough, and McKinney said he hit his glove. Catcher interference. Home plate umpire not buying it, I guess. Foul ball being thrown back into play out to the infield. Ron Walker out to retrieve it by third base in the infield. So we'll do it again from 2-2. First and second, they've got their lead. The pitch is low for ball 3. 3-2. So Miller is a ball away from loading them up. The 3-2 is high. McKinney draws a base on ball to load him. Reed Kite to second. The winning run, Young to third. That is the second walk issued by Miller. 12th issued by Hillcrest Academy pitching. And here is Cree Kite. On the night, he's got a couple of hits. 2 for 3. He's also scored a run. That pitch outside for ball 1. We'll take a walk to end it. He's got 2 singles, so he's 2 for 3. He's drawn a walk, been hit by a pitch, scored twice. In there from the right side. The 1-0. Lined. Back up over the second baseman into the right center. And the Warriors are going to walk it off. 12-11 on the game-winning. In a back-and-forth game here in the bottom of the 7th. Let's get it in the scoring summary. Cree Kite single scores the winning run, and it's 12-11. Van Buren County getting a much-needed win tonight. 18 pitches for Miller in the 7th inning for Hillcrest Academy. He's going to end up taking the loss. And McKinney is going to get the win for the Warriors. Time of the game, well, let's see. 9:58, I'll say. So almost 3 hours, about 2 hours and 50 minutes exactly is what it took. But it was an exciting one. Warriors, battle, come back, take the lead, come back, and win it in the bottom of the 7th. They walk off Hillcrest Academy tonight by a score of 12-11. 3-minute break coming at you because I got some numbers to figure out for the post-game show. That'll take us to the post-game show. We'll have good interviews tonight, brought to you by Crane Concrete Ready Mix, delivering affordable ready mix concrete to your door or job site. Check them out on Facebook for contact information. Back with you for the post-game show after this 3-minute break. Warriors win it 12-11 over the Hillcrest Academy Ravens right here on the Atomo Radio Group, a YouTube sports channel.
This is Jeremy with Cranston Family Funeral Home. I want to take a moment and say thank you, not for choosing our funeral home, although we're deeply honored when you do, but for showing up for your neighbors, for supporting small businesses, for standing in line at visitations and hugging people you maybe haven't seen in years. That is what makes our communities feel like home. At Cranston Family Funeral Home, we don't believe in flashy promises. We believe in showing up, quietly, respectfully, and doing the work that matters when it matters most. So from our family to yours, thank you. We see you, we are grateful for you, and we'll be here when you need us.
Call. I got a pair of clogged toilets.
2 pair, dripping faucets and leaking pipes.
Full house, boys. Flooded basement, ruined water heater, and a wild card, broken sump pump.
Gentlemen, whatever your plumbing issue may be, call Roto-Rooter on Gateway Drive in Ottumwa. The drain cleaning and plumbing experts, residential and commercial, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Oh, and one more thing. A royal flush always beats a full house.
That's a bunch of crap.
Shopping for a quality used car? Check out the inventory at Smithburg Automotive's lot at 1503 West Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. Need repairs? They've got you covered at the South 23rd Street location. Call 641-472-2454 or visit smithburgs.com. Need quality used parts? Head to Smitty's Auto Recycling on West Grimes in Fairfield. They've got fresh inventory arriving all the time. Selling parts or have a wrecked vehicle? They buy unwanted cars too. Call 472-4200 or stop by to see what's new in the yard.
This is Van Buren County Superintendent Jeremy Hisson, and this is your Van Buren County Community School District Weekly Report. We want to congratulate the class of 2026. We wish you the best of luck with your future endeavors. Always remember, if you need help, support, or guidance of any kind, please reach out to a member of our team. We will gladly do what we can to assist you. We want to thank our staff that are retiring or moving on to new adventures for all that they did for our students. We still have a few openings in our district. Please contact us if you're interested. Here in Van Buren County, we have one goal: be a great school for all kids. Warrior Pride, countywide.
Refresh your skin and feel your best with a visit to the Complexion Company Laser and Aesthetics in Batavia, your premier destination for ultimate head-to-toe care. Boost your energy with premium IV hydration drips, experience the skin-smoothing power of microneedling and medical-grade chemical peels, or try their state-of-the-art M-Sculpt Neo and M-Cella treatments for body sculpting and wellness. They also offer expert permanent makeup, lip blushing, and clear skin acne scar treatments. Book your visit with the Complexion Company in Batavia today.
Hi, I'm Cody Crane with Crane Concrete Ready Mix. If you're tired of not mattering to the big corporate companies, then call us. When you work with us, you won't be on a waiting list. We can get you concrete when you need it. We are a family-owned business, offer competitive prices, and are easy to work with. We deliver to Davis, Wapello, Van Buren, and Jefferson counties. Work with a company that will take care of you. Call me, Cody Crane, at 641-919-1350.
We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Alrighty, we are back with you for the Warrior Baseball postgame show, brought to you by Crane Concrete Ready Mix, delivering affordable ready mix concrete to your door or job site. Check them out on Facebook for contact information. Let's get you some totals and the summaries from tonight's ball game. The Warriors walk it off in the bottom of the seventh. They score 12 runs on 10 hits, 2 errors. They leave 18 men on base. Hillcrest Academy, 11 runs on 10 hits, 4 errors, and they leave 10. The winning pitcher tonight, Eli McKinney. A losing pitcher would be Calvin Meller. And the time of the game was 2 hours and 50 minutes. The scoring summary. Let's go through this quickly. And E2 scored Reed Kite on a steal of third to make it 1-0 Van Buren County. Kirkhart, 2 RBI singles, scored a couple to make it 3-0 Van Buren County after an inning. A Bailey, 2 RBI double, made it 3-2 Warriors after an inning and a half. Warriors took a 4-2 lead. After 2, a McKinney RBI single scored a run. A Meyer RBI single scored one for Hillcrest Academy in the top of the 4th to make it 4-3, and then a Rowan Miller 2-run home run made it 5-4 Hillcrest Academy after 3.5. The Warriors came back to take the lead in the bottom of the 4th. Kirkhart single scored Millard was 5-5. Then on steals with throwing errors from second and third, that scored a run to make it 6-5 Warriors. A Meek bunt single scored one to make it infield bunt infield single scored one to make it 7-5. Then a McKinney bases loaded hit by a pitch scored one to make it 8-5, and a Creek Kite bases loaded hit by a pitch made it 9-5, and the Warriors are looking good, up 4 after 4 innings of play. Top of the 5th, double play ground out scored a run for Hillcrest Academy to make it 9-6, and then a ground out with an E6 scored another, and they were fighting back. It was 9-7 after 4 and a half. Top of the 6th. For Hillcrest, a wild pitch scored a run, and they were closer at 9-8. Then a Miller ground out scored another to tie it at 9-9. A wild pitch scored a run to make it 10-9, Hillcrest Academy, and then 11-9 on a catcher throwing error back to the pitcher. And Hillcrest Academy, after being down 9-5, had fought their way all the way back to take an 11-9 lead. Bottom of the 6th, a bases loaded walk scored one for the Warriors to cut that 11-9 lead to 11-10. Then a bases loaded wild pitch scored another to tie it at 11-11. The Warriors in the top of the 7th do not allow a run. They strand that leading run for Hillcrest Academy at third. And in the bottom of the 7th, they load the bases, and a Creekite game-winning single scored one to push the score to 12-11 and let the Warriors walk it off by that score tonight here at the Ferguson Sports Complex from Keosauqua, Iowa. We'll see if they're going to come up and do some interviews. It looks like head coach Ron Walker talking to another media outlet along the third baseline right now, so I think he will come up here and hopefully grab a player, and we'll be able to talk to somebody. So I'll say let's take AJ another 3 minutes. If he's up here, we'll do interviews. If not, we'll start to close it down. So one more 3-minute break in the postgame show, and hopefully we'll have a coach and player interview for you after that. The postgame show brought to you by Crane Concrete Ready Mix. Back with you in 3 minutes to continue it. Warriors win it 12-11, walk it off in the bottom of the 7th against Hillcrest Academy right here on the Atemo Radio Group YouTube Sports Channel.
Are you thinking about or ready to build that home or shop or deck that you've been dreaming about? Come see us at Dowd's Lumber and Home Center in Dowd's, and we'll transform your dreams into reality. By using our 3D computer-aided design system, you can see and walk through your dream project. After your project is designed, we can generate a detailed material list to see if it fits within your budget. Contact Mike or Josh at Dowd's Lumber and Home Center to get your project started today. 641-936-7115, or check us out at dowdslumber.com.
This is Tim with Slayton Polaris. I'm sure you would agree with me that while we enjoy watching our kids grow up on the farm, we also wish they could stay little for as long as possible. 1 minute they are small enough to play in a tractor tire, and the next thing you know, they are bigger than you. With all of life's changes, you can take comfort in knowing that Slayton Polaris will try their best to keep things the same. We always offer the best machines at the best possible prices and strive to treat everyone the way we would want to be treated. This has always been our policy since we opened our doors. We look forward to meeting you at Slayton Polaris, 8 miles south and west of Pulaski.
This is Jeremy with Cranston Family Funeral Home. I want to take a moment and say thank you, not for choosing our funeral home, although we're deeply honored when you do, but for showing up for your neighbors, for supporting small businesses, for standing in line at visitations and hugging people you maybe haven't seen in years. That is what makes our communities feel like home. At Cranston Family Funeral Home, we don't believe in flashy promises. We believe in showing up quietly, respectfully, and doing the work that matters when it matters most. So from our family to yours, thank you. We see you, we are grateful for you, and we'll be here when you need us.
This is Van Buren County Superintendent Jeremy Hisson, and this is your Van Buren County Community School District Weekly Report. We want to congratulate the class of 2026. We wish you the best of luck with your future endeavors. Always remember, if you need help, support, or guidance of any kind, please reach out to a member of our team. We will gladly do what we can to assist you. We want to thank our staff that are retiring or moving on to new adventures for all that they did for our students. We still have a few openings in our district. Please contact us if you're interested. Here in Van Buren County, we have one goal: be a great school for all kids. Warrior Pride, countywide.
We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Atemo Radio Group Sports Network.
Alrighty, we're back with you here at the Atemo Radio broadcast booth inside the Kissling Press Box from a happy Ferguson Sports Complex tonight here in Keosauqua, Iowa, where the Warriors walk off Hillcrest Academy Ravens by a score of 12-11. And this is the postgame show, Warrior Baseball, brought to you by Crane Concrete Ready Mix, delivering affordable ready mix concrete to your door or job site. Check them out on Facebook for contact information. And as I look out over Perkins Field, the Warrior boys baseball team they don't ever let the work that they need to do slip away from them. Our coach Ron Walker's got them doing the right things. They're taking care of the mound, the batting boxes. They got the cover on the field in case we see rain, prepping for tomorrow night. So, Coach, that's a, shout out to you and the guys there just getting after what they need to take care of after a good ball game.
Yeah, and tip your hat to the kids. I mean,
yep.
they're I watch them mature every day
sure.
day out, and it's couldn't be happier for them.
All right, let's get to the ball game, and a very exciting one. A nice walk-off win. You guys, I'm so happy that you guys were able to get back on the winning side of things tonight. You've been playing well, playing some good teams, facing some good pitching, but tonight all that hard work finally paid off, and you notched your third win of the year. Hillcrest is a good team. They're one of the top teams in the north, I would say, along with Pekin. So to be able to get a win over them, they were a state tournament team last year, so that's really a credit to you guys, and a nice win, your third one on the season. A back-and-forth game. You guys jump out through to a lead, then they come back and take the lead, then you guys are back on top 9-5, they come back, and then you come back and eventually able to walk it off. So, I mean, you had a lot of swings of momentum in that game. Your kids hung tough and were able to just hang in there. You used 5 pitchers. They all did a great job and got you through it. What did you see, Coach? Did you say kind of the same thing as I did there?
Yeah, I just seen, 17 Warriors in that dugout competing every pitch. We had some guys struggle or play here or there, and the next guy was just there to pick them up. And, you look, I think there was probably 14, 15 guys in that lineup card that got in the game tonight, and they all served a purpose and help get that win for the Warriors.
For sure. Keegan, let's turn our attention to you. You're a right fielder, a second baseman, kind of doing a little bit of everything, anything that Coach asks you. But the thing that comes to mind tonight, let's talk about that at-bat. You scored the winning run tonight. Leading off the bottom of the 7th, the first pitch, did you have it in your mind to be aggressive immediately? Was that your mindset, or did you just say, you're just going to see what I see, and you saw one good, and you went after it and lined it into right center, and then you got the inning started for the Warriors? What did you see in that at-bat?
I mean, Coach always tells us to be aggressive at the plate. I mean, haven't been hitting very good, straight to the shortstop most of the time, but just seen the pitch coming in, slow, so I just got a hold of it off the end of the bat. Went good for me.
And they had switched pitchers. They started the 7th with another pitcher, so you didn't, have any maybe experience like, you saw the other pitchers a couple of times tonight. So did that change your mindset at all about just maybe being aggressive right away? Like he's going to want to get ahead in the count here. He doesn't want to put the leadoff man on, and you took that to your advantage and got a base hit out of it maybe?
Yeah. I went from seeing that guy, he was throwing decently fast, and then slowing the arm down. Probably not what you want. And then I just went up, thought, hey, slow arm, why not?
Why not, right?
Why not?
Yeah, and then the rest of the guys behind you were able to push you around. Back-to-back walks helped out there to Reed, Kite, and McKinney, but they had to battle in their at-bats. They both went full. So, Coach, you had to be proud of that. That's something that you really stress to those guys is with 2 strikes you're battling. And they might have fouled off a pitch or two here and there, but they stayed in the at-bat and eventually able to work the walks, and that pushed Keegan to second, and then the third, and then Creed Kite with the game-winning hit were able to push Keegan across the plate, and that's when all the happiness started. So, how did you think about that last inning, and what were you really most proud of the kids about there in that bottom of the 7th?
Well, the last inning there we talked about, we seen the new arm come in and a little bit slower velo, and, I wanted to make sure they weren't trying to pull everything and rolling over to the shortstop for easy 6-3 putouts, and we talked about letting the ball travel, hunting something on the outer half the plate.
And that's where Keegan put that ball.
Yeah, Keegan and Cree both.
Sure.
Up gap to gap, and then you sandwich the 2 walks in there. Eli started with, I think it was 7-8 pitch at bat. He fouled off several foul balls with, less than, I think it was 2-2 then. And, then ended up working at the ball 4.
Sure.
And, and Reed did the same thing. So they battled. It's not like they went up 3-0 in a count. And then worked the walk. We asked Reed to bunt, and first couple didn't get down, so he was in a hole 1-2.
Yep.
And worked it all the way back to ball 4.
That was huge.
Yeah, absolutely. That's competing and putting pressure on him and so forth. And then, like I said, Eli did the same thing. I had a really hard time choosing who to come up here.
There was contributions, all over tonight, really.
Yeah.
The whole team.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So, but, these seniors, I'm happy for the whole team, but these seniors, Keegan, I don't think had a lot of varsity experience starting, before this year. And, he's came in and that's a big situation to be in, in your first year as a starter, come up in home crowd with a good crowd here and, leading off 7th inning with base hit.
Yeah. And he also had another couple of good at-bats there, hit by a pitch, scored a run on that one in the 4th. And then, drew a walk also, so he had a couple of decent at bats before he finally broke through with a hit. So credit to Keegan. Let's talk about your pitchers tonight too. I thought they all did a pretty good job. Jackson Meek 8 up 3 1/3 for you. Then you go to Reed Kite, Nolan Harriman, Kinnick Millard, Eli McKinney. Those guys were able to string all the outs together and get you through tonight with the win. I thought Kinnick was really anxious. I thought he was anxious tonight to come in and try to lock it down for you, maybe overthrowing a little bit. I think he really wanted to close out those last 2 innings. He was holding on to maybe a lot of pitches a little bit too late and leaving them way outside, but I think that was just kind of a product of him being juiced up and wanting to finish out a win for you guys.
Well, and that's I'll take that all day long from where we were, at the beginning of the season, just kind of going through the motions and showing up and seeing what happens, whatever happens, to now we're starting to become the aggressors. I mean, the kids were talking about, hey, do you guys feel that fire? Do you feel who we, in the huddle and so forth?
Sure.
I'll be honest with you, I wasn't real sure that I was going to go to Kinnick in that position, but I thought, you know what, normally I'm trying to beg someone to take the ball here, and he wants it.
Right.
So, let's just see what happens, and had plenty of faith in our team.
Sure.
We were going to keep competing regardless of what happened. And
his velocity looked good tonight. I mean, he was snapping the glove, just missing his release point by a little bit, and sometimes that's all it takes. So maybe next time, he'd be totally different when he comes to the mound. You don't have to miss it by very much on your breaking ball or fastball or whatever, just to not be in the zone. And, I think he was really juiced up, and like I said, hanging on to him just a little bit too long.
Yeah, he was trying to overthrow, and it was getting the best of him, and that's all right. Like I said, I'd rather have something like that than someone going out there and going through the motions and not caring. So again, his teammates picked him up. We lost the lead there in the top of the sixth, I believe, and we never quit and found a way to get it done.
Yeah, let's talk about Eli McKinney a little bit tonight too. And Keegan, if you want to comment on what you thought of his performance, he comes in for you in the top of the seventh, and you guys, your whole defense, are able to strand that lead run for Hillcrest. It would have been at that time on third base. I think you guys were able to take that momentum after that, and I had a good feeling about walking it off, and it turned out to be that way. Were you guys really pumped up in the dugout after stranding that lead run for Hillcrest at third base there in the top of the seventh?
I mean, in the outfield, I was pretty pumped up seeing our outfielders catch the ball, and then our infield getting the outs that we needed. I was really pumped out there.
Yeah, that was some nice defensive plays. I think the last one was, I think Jackson was over.
Jackson Meek.
It was hard to follow all the changes tonight. My scorebook was a mess, so when I send you the stats, you'll have to excuse me because it was pretty complicated there at some point. But I think it was Jackson over there. Keegan, you were started in right, came into second. Parker was out there, right?
Yeah.
At some point, too, in right field?
I went right,
tonight?
Second center.
Second center? Okay. So you were all over tonight, but did a great job. And a nice, really good team win by the Warriors tonight, your third win of the season over a good Hillcrest Academy team. So we're right back at it tomorrow night. It seems like we say that at the end of every interview. We got weather permitting, Danville. Hopefully the weather, cooperates with us. We're back in the South Division of the Super Conference tomorrow night. So time to notch our first win there. Danville comes to town. No JV action. We've said that to our viewers before. It'll be 6 p.m. first pitch. Any thoughts? What you'll see from Danville tomorrow? They're probably ready. I don't think they have a win in the conference either, so they'll probably be chomping at the bit just like we will.
Yeah, not sure what the lineup's going to look like tomorrow, who we're going to pitch. It may be Johnny Allstaff tomorrow.
Yeah.
But we felt like we really had to go after tonight.
Right.
And get some momentum, and we'll deal tomorrow when it comes. But if we compete like we did tonight, I like our chances.
Sure. You probably have to see how the guys are feeling, check some pitch counts, and see what the rest of the week might, look like as you plan out games tomorrow and then Thursday and Friday, of course. So a busy week for the Warriors. So you'll have a little bit of homework, I guess, tonight, figuring out how your lineup's going to look tomorrow. But like you said, Coach, one thing's for sure, we know the Warriors are going to show up and they're going to battle, and we'll be cheering you on and covering the game for you, hopefully getting that first win in the South Division of the Super Conference. So that's head coach Ron Walker and Keegan Young. I'm going to call you right field, second base, center field tonight, but most importantly, you scored the winning run for your team. So thanks, guys, for stopping up and talking to us in the postgame show brought to you by Crane Concrete Ready Mix. We'll see you both right back here at the Ferguson for another ball game tomorrow night.
Sounds great. Thank you.
All right. Thanks. Yep, that's head coach Ron Walker and Keegan Young joining us in the postgame show. We'll take one more 30-second break, AJ, and come back and put a wrap on this one. You tuned in to Warrior Baseball, victorious tonight, 12-11 over the Hillcrest Academy Ravens right here on the Atomo Radio Group YouTube Sports Channel.
Is your back telling you it's time for a new mattress? Darren at Dixon's Mattress Outlet is the man to see. Dixon's Mattress Outlet sells new mattresses of all sizes. They also have a great selection of area rugs, sheets, and pillows. Needing a mattress for the camper or a rollaway bed? Darren has those too. Call Darren today and get the best rest for less. Call Dixon's Mattress Outlet today at 641-664-3060. And don't forget to like them on Facebook. We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
All right, we are back with you for a final time from the Ferguson Sports Complex tonight in Keosauqua, Iowa, where the Van Buren County Warriors get a 12-11 win over the Hillcrest Academy Ravens. They walk them off in a back-and-forth game in the bottom of the 7th. Totals for you one more time. The Warriors, 12 runs on 10 hits, 2 errors. They leave 18 on base. Sure, head coach Ron Walker will be working on that to get some more 2-out or hits with runners in scoring position. Hillcrest Academy, 11 runs on 10 hits, 4 errors, and they leave 10. Winning pitcher Eli McKinney, the losing pitcher Calvin Meller. In the time of the game, 2 hours and right around 50 minutes tonight. Player of the game tonight for the Warriors, brought to you by Pilot Grove Savings Bank, serving you for all your financial needs. Proud supporter of the Van Buren County Warriors. And like Coach said in the interview there were contributions all over tonight. A bunch of players with multiple hits probably that you could have picked. I don't have time to sift through all of that right now. I'll do it when I get home and tell you about their batting the first time they come through the order in tomorrow night's game. But our player of the game tonight is Keegan Young with that leadoff single in the bottom of the 7th. He comes around and scores the winning run for the Warriors. So, after tonight's game, Hillcrest Academy falls to 3-2 on the year. They're 2-2 on the road. They're in action next tomorrow, Tuesday, June 9th at Lone Tree, a 5 p.m. first pitch there. The Warriors improve to 3-7. They are 2-3 at home, 0-4 on the road, 1-0 neutral site games, 0-4 in the conference. We'll be looking to get their first conference win in the South Division tomorrow as the Danville Bears come to town. So now, as we start to close this broadcast down, I'd like to thank all the viewers. If you chose to make this broadcast part of your night on Monday, June 8th, 2026, a long stream going on, but it was worth it, a Warrior win. Big thanks for doing so. If you got us on in the car for the postgame show on your way home, big thanks for tuning in. Please drive safely. AJ and I will be following you up, and we will try to do the same. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors, as I always do here in the post-game show. Run through them for you one more time. The Van Buren County Community School District, Crane Concrete Ready Mix, Dowd's Lumber and Home Center, and I should mention this will finish up the post-game show brought to you by Crane Concrete Ready Mix. The Complexion Company, Slayton Polaris, Cranston Family Funeral Home, Van Buren County Hospital, Dixon's Mattress Outlet, Pilot Grove Savings Bank, Dowd's Quick Stop of Dowd's, Smithburg Automotive, Roto-Rooter on Gateway Drive, and First Iowa State Bank. If you are in the area and you need some local business, please make sure you give these sponsors first chance. They're a big part of why these broadcasts can be viewed on the Ottumwa Radio Group YouTube Sports channel. If you're not currently a sponsor of Warrior Sports and you would like to be, please get a hold of Margie at OttumwaRadio.com. She would be more than happy to set you up with an ads package that's to your liking. You can feel good about getting your business name some on-air advertising. Feel even better about sponsoring Van Buren County Warrior Sports. Once again, if you'd like to sponsor Warrior Sports, get a hold of Margie at OttumwaRadio.com. Got the totals for you one more time. The Warriors, 12 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors, 18 left. Hillcrest Academy Ravens, 11 runs, 10 hits, 4 errors. They leave 10. McKinney the winner, Meller the loser. Time of the game, 2 hours and 15 minutes. We'll be right back with you tomorrow about 5:30 for the pregame for 6 p.m. first pitch. The Danville Bears out of the Super Conference South Division come to town to take on the Warriors. So that's going to about do it here for us. On behalf of my cameraman and on-site producer, the incomparable one and only Mr. A.J. Rowe, my name is Shan Moquin, your play-by-play voice of Van Buren County Warrior Sports. AJ and I, along with Ottumwa Radio, back again for the sports seasons of the 2025-26 school year, and it was our pleasure to be with you on the call this evening. We will both wish you a very pleasant rest of your Monday night, and say so long to you from the Ferguson Sports Complex here in Keosauqua, Iowa, where once again the Warriors walk off the Ravens tonight by a score of 12-11. We'll talk to you next tomorrow night, 5:30 pregame for a 6 p.m. first pitch. The Danville Bears in town to take on the Warriors in Southeast Iowa Super Conference South Division action. Until then, you've been tuned in to Warrior Baseball, streaming live tonight on the Ottumwa Radio Group YouTube Sports channel from the Ferguson